Hello, and welcome to Rolling Escapades Season 2. The filler episodes continued. Cops and Cultists, Episode 1 of 3. There's not 9 people, so I'm not going to do that bit. We played Dungeons & Dragons.
Never 9 people?
Sometimes, very rarely. We're going to be distracted. I've got. Are there any announcements? No. Excellent. We're sponsored by Destai, makers of chainmail macrame. There's a giant logo on this upstairs in the video. Let Sam showing off his of things. Go to their website, check them out, buy their stuff. They're great. We also have to shout out to our artist Christopher Rolls. He's made some fantastic character art for the actual proper series, not this shit. And he's got stuff on DM's Guild, like is he slightly used airships. Go and check out our Patreon. We've got Patreon, please. We're desperate. We've got social media stuff, links in the thing, and we've got a streaming channel on Twitch, and we've got the FURN cast. Our podcast is on iTunes and stuff. All links in the description, as I mentioned. Go and check them out and peruse the internet. Anyway, so this one shot. These guys are an adventuring group. They already know each other, so there's not going to be a lot of big intro stuff. But they are going to. They've already met, and they have been on a couple of adventures, but they haven't had any luck in terms of loot or in terms of money. And so they have retired back to the city of High River, which is home for some of them, or just a repeat location that is very popular. And they are here. They are desperately looking for work. So High River is an very old city. It would start off as a town. This is where the river. It's a big river that goes through the plains, and there's a lot of this. This was a popular trading town, which due to changes in the larger kingdom has grown over time steadily and is now a large bustling city with a great thriving trade centre. There is a map, but maybe we'll scan it. I don't know. It's also got a spelling error on it, which I've had to cross out and write again because I can't spell eighth. So you guys are going around the city. You're looking for work. You're looking for the next big opportunity. There is a notice board in Crystalwick Square, which has jobs for adventurers and so on. And you guys have found a notice asking you to meet with a prospective employer in the Prancing Pegasus Inn, which is location number 5 on the map.
What's your last name, Chili?
Clive. So you guys,
It's Chili now.
It's going to be about lunchtime, midday, as you guys head to the Prancing Pegasus for this meeting with your prospective employer. The note promised 100 gold ahead for successful completion of the job, but it was very short on details. This is why no one else was applying for it. No one's taking it, and you guys have thought this is one we can definitely get but you don't know. You know, the writer of the note was just said 100 gold. But there's not really a lot of info to go on there. Okay,
but it didn't have like a name or we don't know who we're meeting, or
you're meeting with Ardagundus, which is not his full name. He will tell you his full name in a moment. Ardagundus, yes.
Was there anything else the note? What was the full note? Just meet at the
Prancing Pegasus for work. Discretion required. The job is based in the city, but it was very short on details. You guys don't know a lot more than this.
Okay, very mysterious.
Well, this is why no one else was going for it. You know, there wasn't a lot of no one else had taken the notice down or taken a copy for themselves.
But we broke
I answered my own question.
You about to say, where's the prancing Pegasus?
No, I was about to say, why is this one crossed out? What's it meant to be? And then it's got the thing at the bottom.
I can't spell eighth. I spelled eighth wrong.
Okay.
I missed out an H in pen.
I was like, is it just called the inn? Like,
Why not? I mean,
also,
I
Joe,
went and photocopied the map.
next character name.
And I forgot to type out the mistake. So I photocopied the mistake onto all the copies.
Yandar, okay, cool.
Because
Yeah.
je suis un idiot.
you swear.
I've been practicing my French.
To make,
For reasons that are about to become evident.
I read your message earlier and went, I think that's French. Now I'm like, that definitely was.
Well, I mean,
I
I know what a
write
Belgian accent is. It's
apparently.
French, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
No offense. Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry for foreign people watching this.
What, Yandar?
No, Nathan's.
Len is fine.
Len is fine.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard.
Either one.
I want Zunu.
He's lived on the streets since he was 5. He
Um,
probably doesn't know how to pronounce his
Lenny.
own name properly. Right.
So we're starting the adventure on our way to this place.
If you want to, if there's something you want to have a chat about. Like,
Oh no, so I mean, if we're arriving, then that's cool. Unless anyone else wants to.
Nah.
No, I'm happy.
Okay,
with
cool.
it.
Yeah, just start talking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
It's
gonna assume shopping's been done, and
Yeah.
also we're running slightly late, so I
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
get going. No, it's alright. Shit happens. It wasn't your fault that the power went out across the entire UK, apparently, or whatever. I really can't blame that. Don't give me that. I'm not blaming it on you. I'm not even try and claim credit for it.
Spawn of Satan.
Unbelievable.
It's mean to Satan.
So the project Pegasus is fairly nice. This is the artisans' quarter, which is quite a nice neighbourhood. Obviously, the noble ward is very beautiful and elite and prestigious. But getting in there is if you haven't got a reason to be in there and you're not a noble, you can't get in. The Isle of the Gods is very nice, obviously, but again, there's not a lot of residential housing there. It's just temples and people who live in the temples. So unless you're really pious, again, you're out of luck. So the artisans' quarter is actually fairly nice. It's kind of the middle class bit of the town. The merchants' quarter is also very nice, and the slums and Old Town are disreputable, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yes,
Claim.
so Lenny might be intimately familiar with one of those two locales.
Both.
I'm not at all.
So the four of you enter into the Prancing Pony. It's Prancing Pegasus. Yeah, no, I'm not in Tolkien's world. I didn't copy it. No.
No. It's right. Don't copy my homework. Absolutely.
What am I doing? Running indeed. Yeah.
All right. In response to that, I say,
Simplish.
"Aha! I have that language."
The barman's having a stroke. Yeah. He's just going.
I cast prayer of healing. 10 minutes later.
Oh god. Oh dear.
We never
I
gonna
haven't
get
started
through.
doing the accent yet. This is great.
So we walk in, we look around for Ardegundas.
Yeah, and you don't see anyone.
Oh.
You don't see anyone, but the four of you do stand out. This is a residential area, and it's kind of middle class, so there's not a lot of adventurers rocking around here. So you guys rocking in, all wearing some sort of armor or carrying weapons and carrying your backpacks full of all your tools and shit. You guys stand out quite a lot. There's quite a lot of sort of. You're getting quite a lot of looks and also quite a lot of judgy looks. Do you know what I mean? You guys are getting quite a lot of so.
Just eyeballing
So
the back.
some of you might care, some of you might not. But again.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest judgy person.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Not a talker. Oh, well. Seen Ardegundas? No?
I'm sorry, I don't know him.
Oh, well. Whoa, hang on.
Yes.
I'm from the noble quarter. You should respect me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You are from the noble quarter.
Oh yeah, I like. Yep. There we go. And get the signet ring that's on her thing around there.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
See?
I knew that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, turning your back on me. Yeah.
Allow me to buy you and your friends around.
No, just Ardegundus. That's all we want.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I tried.
Might as well take the round.
Yeah, for free drink. Yeah.
I'm going to the bar.
Yeah. So he ordered the barman calls you 4 drinks, and he directs you to a table off to the side. Take that table.
I leave that person. Go. Oh, thank you very much, and I put my hand out to shake it.
They put their hand in yours.
Yeah.
How hard do you squeeze? Is it still just a friendly?
Yeah, it's a
handshake?
friendly shake.
It's not like a Goliath.
No.
Like,
Well, it's a firm shake.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Describe your characters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Oh wow.
I am a.
It's like I'm a bad DM or something.
It's almost like we started doing this and we were waiting for people to finish eating food and sort of. It never happened. I'm a human male with sort of shortish brown hair that's kind of clumped together, a bit dirty, kind of everywhere.
Hobo chic.
Mostly hobo, less chic, and sort of green eyes. Yeah.
How many green? Some greeners.
Two
I mean, two. Okay.
green eyes.
Two that we know of.
Some,
Two that we know
Two
of.
that we know of. Cool. Done.
Yeah,
Another
so
reference.
my person's decked out like he has a mace. It doesn't look great, but it looks like it will get the job done. Same with his chainmail. Like you guys know him, he works in the blacksmith. He's bald. On the back of his head, he has a tattoo of the Reorcs symbol.
An anvil and hammer.
Yeah. He has like a blacksmith's hammer and like he doesn't have an anvil on him, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
he probably could.
Well, that's 45 kilograms you were carrying with it.
I'll travel light. Okay, I'll leave the anvil here.
Drops it off the side of the building.
Smash cut to Wile E. Coyote chasing. And then suddenly bang.
But yeah, basically everything metal that he's wearing, it looks like he's crafted it himself.
Cool. Playing a water Genasi, pale blue skin, green eyes, just in leather armor, but has robes as well, just up and over the top. And yeah, generally looks like quite peaceful and tranquil, just approachable to people, and just carries just a blue orb around with him as his focus.
Because water.
Yes. I'm playing a human ranger with shortish black hair, a short beard. There is no visible scarring on his face, but there is scarring.
Dun, dun, dun.
There is scarring elsewhere.
Yeah. Look at me!
No, don't look at me.
Will you stop waiting till everyone's drinking?
No, it's funny.
I don't
Not both of us.
I don't even do it on purpose. I think it's just like a subconscious thing.
This is why no one trusts you, John. This is why.
There's one person.
So you're coming up with Spidey said, someone's drinking. Do something funny.
Make them choke.
Cool, excellent. So, the team Green Eyes, as you are now known.
Green eyes.
Green eyes.
Two of you had green eyes, and the rest of you didn't comment about your eyes. So you.
I have no. I don't have both.
You're
have
blind.
no eyes. That's really going to hurt you.
Shing! The other way, dude!
That was me. Ow.
You take your seats at the table and you look around, waiting for a similarly sort of out of place figure to enter the bar.
Mhm.
When you hear from underneath the table a psst, hello, my friends, are you the ones who are responding to my note?
Who the fuck is
I mean,
that?
I'm gonna attempt to like just grab under the table and bring him like.
Okay,
Like bring him out to see it.
Oh. I have my response ready.
That's a 13.
Your fingers brush something, but it moves too quickly.
My
Who's
response
there?
is, oui, oui, bonbon.
I find that particularly racist, my friend. No, xenophobic. I mean, xenophobic. That's the one. And a small figure plops himself up. The first thing that strikes you, two things strike you immediately about this gnome.
That's a boom.
One, his head is alarmingly round, properly like football round. Secondly, he has a long, thin, waxed moustache that he is already twiddling, and you can see it's an affectation that he has. Oh yeah, This is comedy gold right now, guys.
I hope we do this with my invisible one.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ardegundus Hercule de Palatine.
Can we call you Artie?
Or Pussy.
No,
Good enough.
you may call me Monsieur Palatine or Ardegundus. I'm good to my friends, but you're not my friends yet, mes amis. I should stop saying mes amis because that means you're my friends, but I don't know French very well. Even though it's my accent. Or melt.
I just need you to swear in a different language.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's actually French?
He's not.
Like, what is this French?
That's a 12.
He's lying, he's not French, he's Belgian.
How did I know that?
If France or Belgium exist in this world, which they don't.
My
but-
brain just went, he's Belgian! What?
Waffles.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I'll just tell you about the plot. I am the world's greatest detective, and I have been employed to ensure the safety of a young man by the name of Benelius Aretos.
I'm glad you're writing stuff down.
There are pencil scraps of paper if you want to.
Oh, there is.
You definitely didn't have very high passive perception.
Cornelius.
Oh, I'm not good.
What was the last one?
Arenetus.
Aretos.
I've got Arenetus, that's what I'm going with.
Aretos, if you look on
Some
your
dude.
map, Aretos is spelt in the same way that it is on number 24.
Ah. Oh, I'll know them then, maybe.
Oh, there's no you.
Well,
I
as
did
you
the same thing.
live almost opposite, yes.
Yeah.
You're familiar with House Aretos.
Oh, what? Why
Oh,
have you
Benny.
What? What have you under the table?
Discretion is my weapon and my watchword.
You're discreet. How much?
What's happened to Benny? What's going on?
He has been kidnapped.
What?
Indeed.
And you were supposed to protect it.
Oh dear.
No. It was not my job to protect him. I have been called in because the kidnappers, they're demanding 5,000 gold pieces. And Lord Aretos, he is, how you say,
Brassic?
not cash soluble at this present time. So he has hired me to locate his son and rescue him.
As it happens, we're not cash soluble at the time as well.
So, if you're
Excellent.
the world's best detective, why do you need our help?
Well, I know where he is. I know where the gang is who have him. But they are, how you say, onto me. So I need you. I need the four of you to. I need the four of you to stake out the house and to work out exactly where they are holding little Benny, while I continue to carry on my investigation around the city to make them think we are not onto them. If they think we are onto them, they may move him and we have to start again. And we have a deadline. In 3 days' time, they kill the boy. Sorry, in 3 days' time, they kill the boy.
Right. So where is he then?
They have him stashed in an house in Old Town. That's where you have the map of Old Town. And we must
Need a
rescue
French
him
croissant.
from the criminal boss who is called Nessus. So,
Do I recognise the name Nessus from my dealings on stream?
sure, make me a history check.
That was a number.
Yes, Nathan.
If it's a letter, I'm going to be reading.
16.
You have heard of him, yeah. Half elf, someone who was rising high in the Black Coin Thieves Guild, but there was a certain amount of career congestion for him because he couldn't rise too high because the people up and down were stamping down on him. So he has left the organisation and is now freelance. But he has taken a loyal group with him.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
He is known. One of the things that Nessus is known for is his pet dog. Oh, sorry, his pet dog.
Right.
That's this person's name.
Dog.
Dog.
Is that like the Thieves Guild sort of okay with people going out freelancing in their city? As a rule?
Probably not.
No. Awesome to know.
Especially, I mean, yeah, it's why it's all a bit.
Well, I thought it said Vecna then. It doesn't say.
You're just reading into that.
I was like, oh, definitely it doesn't
Where
say.
did I write Vecna?
No, it definitely doesn't say
no, it's
Vecna's
not.
Forge. Number 12.
12.
It's not Vecna's Forge, but just a quick
That
glance.
would be a hellish thing.
Vicina.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't say that.
If it was Vecna's forge, it's a very different forge. Would you like some skulls? Vecna's skulls. Only Vecna's skulls.
You did it as well. You are learning.
Train me, master. Train me.
You taught me well, master.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, dear.
Monsieur Poutine,
Will we-
do you know the exact house that Benny's being held at?
Yes, it is on that street, which I do not know the name of. It is number 17.
I wouldn't call him Benny to his face. He only puts up with it because he knows me.
No, it's by the library arcane.
When we rescue him, I will refer to him as young Lord Areto. I believe that is how I'm supposed to address nobility,
Yeah.
not being noble myself. Anyway,
So
We
we get
do
paid
have
now or later?
We could do half and half.
Yeah. Half now, half later.
well, this will be coming out of my own pocket because I have not been paid yet. We do not get paid.
Yeah,
We
but
could
we're
do-
putting our lives on the line.
You have merely surveying the house. We have not talked about going in yet.
Hmm.
And the 100 gold is only if we rescue the boy without arm.
Without
If-
arm.
So you want his arm off as well? I thought you wanted him back.
Please do
Yeah.
not mock my accent.
Just not whole.
This accent is not for comedy purposes.
I'm just like pulling out like 4 daggers.
Deception check. Oh, that's 1. Okay. Not even lying. That was a nat 1.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really good at this.
Surrender.
So, unfortunately, you will need to not look so menacing and put together and well equipped when we, or else you may raise suspicions of Nessus and his gang. So, only light armor, I'm afraid, monsieur. Weapon, so was it? Not if you could leave your armor somewhere safe, I assume at your house. And try to add your weapons as best you can under cloaks and things. I have secured. Yes, put your ball somewhere safer.
Up your arse.
Always immediately to the arse with you, Sam. Just I'm going to stash it on my bum.
I was going to say put it in your sack.
That would have been better. That actually would have been better.
Why no armor?
Well, if they think that people are onto them, they will move him, and we will have to locate their hideout all over again, which, given our time constraints, will surely lead to the boy's death.
All right.
So I have secured number 12, and he gives you a map with directions on, so you can see the house that you want to go to. So if you will meet me there in an hour, over in Old Town, I suggest you travel not as a group but in ones or twos, and we shall meet there, and then I shall explain this in more detail. If you accept the job.
Yep. See you later.
Yeah, I accept. I need to head home first. How long does it take to get home and to this place? How long would that take?
So to the manor.
Yes.
To the manor born. It's on the I mean you have to go through the gate, which is a bit awkward. So you're gonna be pushing there to get there in an hour. The reason he's giving you an hour because he wants you to approach from different directions and take scenic routes rather than just all go direct.
I'll rush.
Well, yeah, I mean you've got pretty long legs. You're a Goliath.
Yes.
Your stride is pretty. You power walk it, and
God, that'd be a sight.
also
Chainmail
power.
power.
Jackass wiggle. You drop the armor off, and you head down. You head down there, and yeah, you make it in time.
Oh, I was going to do a thing in the house.
What are you doing in the house?
No, I was just going to act being in the house.
Dad!
I need some leather armor! Where is it?
In the cupboard under the sink.
Which sink?
It's not there.
Goose bathroom. What if we're nobles? Why are we talking like this? This makes it sound like we're common as fucking muck. We'll wreck on that in session 2, I'm sure. I'm on here, session 3, fine. This is going well, isn't it?
On my way, I'm going to do some circuitous route because whatever.
Do any of you want to do anything on the way? Do
Yes.
you want to go and yes?
I want to see if I can find some of my fellow street living people and see if I can get a word to the Black Coin Guild.
Ooh, certainly. Yes. The beggars are unfortunately quite common. The dispossessed, sadly, people come here to make their fortunes, and those that are unlucky or don't have the right connections don't make it, and they have to go and live in the slums or or some other shithole. And there are unfortunately, I mean, they aren't guys that you recognise. Unfortunately, they're not hobo bros, but they're still people that you know as street people, and you know can do this job for you.
Yeah.
So you give them a note telling them
that Nessus is doing a job without paying his dues, and vaguely whereabouts it is.
Okay, the like just like the street.
Yeah, in that street.
Okay. Ooh, excellent. Okay. Just for completion, you know that the guy in charge of Black Coin is his name is Swift.
Swift.
It's his surname. His name's Swift.
Swift by name, swift by action.
Hopefully, you've only got 3 days.
I'm gonna when I arrive, I'm going to be like trying my best to act how I think people in this type of area would act, and like try and remain inconspicuous.
Performance check.
16.
You adopt the swagger and the poor posture of someone who has no money, and you as you get halfway down the spit, as you get halfway down the street, sorry, you go and you spit into the street because that's what people do around here.
I mean,
And when a Goliath spits, I mean that street stays spitting. That's, you know.
oh! Did it rain last night?
What did the seagull eat? What the fuck?
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there.
I'm drowning.
Sorry, Leonard.
So the four of you reconvene in the house, and he leads you upstairs to what was the master bedroom, but has been cleared out. And there are 2 windows in here, and the curtains are drawn with just a tiny sort of crack in the curtains. And set up in this room is a telescope, which is the T on your map.
Okay.
That's the telescope. So he says, right, one of you stay here with the telescope and look at this part of the house. I will require the rest of you to find other vantage points to cover the other parts of the house so we can. And I'm going to leave you here for the next 12 hours, and you watch what they do, and you see if you can see any routines or weaknesses in their defenses. And then once I'm done with my distractions, I shall return to you at midnight, and we shall proceed.
Through a telescope.
I'll go out in the street.
Oh,
Well, he can't. He's blue.
I know what it's like around here. I'm good at all this.
I will go around the.
You need more mud.
Certainly, I shall see you later. And he departs.
How well made is this telescope?
No, it's pretty good, Nick. Yeah. I mean, it's not that great telescope because you're looking literally like 30 feet away at the house, so
It's
it
a
doesn't.
very stand, but
Yeah.
look at the sky. Space.
I mean, it's
I mean,
it's 1
celestial
o'clock.
stuff.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you turn it up, or you're going to blind yourself with the sun.
Where's the clock?
My eye.
So who's staying here and who's?
I'll
He is
ask
because
that
he's
telescope.
blue.
Okay.
I will go around to the back of number 19. So that section there.
Uh-huh.
Jump on the roof and keep watch from up there.
Okay, make me acrobatics or athletics, which one's better for you to,
Are we looking at
to
15?
climb up.
No, 17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, we got
19.
17.
Okay,
19. Yeah, you skate very easily. As you skate, you do see some people moving around inside. Like one person moving around inside, but you also move, you climb so well and so quickly that they don't seem to take any notice of you. And you get on the roof and you settle down to look on that side of the house. Good
So-
job.
Where you going, my lord?
Don't call me that.
You know that from one thing, doesn't it?
Right, Jim.
How's it going?
Well, I do really need shit.
Alright,
Alright, I was going to go there, but that works too. I'll sit in the tree.
You're going to go in the toilet in the back of the other house.
I marked it out. I was like, oh, that might go there.
So, how are you getting to that toilet? Because it is an fenced garden.
Well,
I mean, I assume you're not going to the toilet that is the toilet for number 17.
It's
Right?
just slowly murdering them as they come for a
this one you
shit.
mean?
Yeah. Is that the toilet you're going in?
No, I was looking at these ones.
Oh, those ones. Okay.
I was going to go in this left one. What way does the door open?
Where is the door?
The door opens.
Facing
West.
the street. Oh,
So
Yeah.
that way.
You won't be able
Damn
to.
it.
Yeah. But the other one probably.
you
The
could
other one.
just cut a hole in the door, man.
What, with my mace?
It's an outhouse. The
Yeah.
doors aren't flush.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a toilet store.
So
You're
I'm
quite
gonna go in there, and every time I hear someone go past, I'm literally gonna be like,
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. You walk into the privy. Make a con save.
Oh.
Oh!
23.
23.
Time.
You walk in there and it stinks. Oh, it stinks so bad. But you go, no, I'm a strong, tough adventurer. I have to prove myself. And eyes watering from the smell and your nose and your lungs burning from whatever. I mean, you don't know what they've eaten, but oh my god. And maybe they're ill. I mean, maybe they've got arse cancer. You don't know. I mean, but you steel yourself and you get ready to stay in the smelliest crap you've ever been in for the 12 fucking hours. Good job.
Have fun.
So you're on telescope, are you?
I'm on the telescope.
By your leave,
this-
my
this-
lord,
this-
by
this-
your leave.
This just leaves Leonard. Where are you going, Len?
Which side, where are the doors on this property number 17?
There is a front door in the centre of the front of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a back door, I believe, which is sort of opposite to the privy.
Cool, okay.
Yes, confirmed.
What I'm thinking is I'm going to camp up sort of there on the edge of that wall and just sit beggar-like.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I am an urchin, being on the street is in my nature.
Excellent.
Same.
Obviously.
Shining, clean.
Smells like shit.
I will after this.
Yeah.
How do you know he's noble? He's not covered in shit.
Okay, so at 1:30, not once you guys have got into position, which you do fairly quickly. It's not these distances aren't exactly vast, are they? And you guys move fairly quickly. Here we go. A human male. You see him enter into the downstairs. The three of you watching the back, especially Lenny and Zenig. Lenny and Zenig, you see from this angle, you see a human male walk into the downstairs kitchen, which you can see, and he unbars the back door, allowing a red dragonborn to exit the rear door of the premises, carrying a bucket. He seems to be holding the bucket as far away from him as he can, and he walks into the privy. As soon as he has left the house, the door is closed by the human male behind him. The red dragonborn walks to the privy, empties the bucket, spends some time to tend to his own personal needs, and then, sure, let's say he's ill, and then he returns to the back door. I would like Lenny to make a perception check.
Oh, that's a nice number to have.
2 in a row.
Nice. Keep it
For
going.
-1, 19.
You did your best.
19. You hear him knock 3 times on the back door, and he says, "Let me in. It's Hask." And upon hearing this, the human male opens the back door, allowing the red dragonborn back inside.
Cool.
The red dragonborn then leaves the kitchen.
But the human stays.
The human stays, as far as you can tell. At 2 o'clock, The Dragonborn returns to the kitchen, and the human leaves. Kian, through the telescope, you see the front door open.
Ooh.
A large female half orc. It opens the front door, and the human leaves the house. The human walks east by that map down the street and leaves the local area.
So towards which way, sorry? Oh, towards like 19.
Yeah, so he does walk past 19, so I'm going to ask Yandar, I'm going to ask you to make a stealth check as you hide on the roof.
16.
16, excellent. He does not notice you on the roof. He appears, I wouldn't say lost in thought, that's giving him way too much credit. But he just seems bored, and he's just doing a job. Do any of you want to try and follow him, or are you going to stay watching the house?
Stay watching the house.
Okay, excellent.
Stay
shout.
watching.
Okay, so he's gone for about an hour, so he comes back at 3. He's carrying a large basket.
Does he return the same way he left?
Yep. You know that off down that way is the pub, the Fish Kettle Tavern. So he comes back with a large basket and a barrel, well, a small cask.
And this is at the front of the house, isn't it?
This is right in the house. So only Kian can see the room. Kian, you're aware that the human, he knocks 4 times on the front door. He may say something, but you can't hear from here,
Okay.
from your vantage point, what he's saying.
That's fine.
The half-orc opens the door, and the human steps inside. You guys at the back, a few minutes later, you guys now see that the human comes back into the kitchen.
What time is this?
This is still just after 3.
Okay.
This is like 5 past 3. Let's say. He gives the Dragonborn some food. They tap the cask and they put some ale into the Dragonborn's pitcher, and then he moves off.
What, the human?
The human, still carrying the basket and carrying the keg, he moves off to obviously distribute the rest of the food and ale to the others, but you can't see them.
So from the roof of 19, are there any windows on the eastern edge of 17?
Yes.
Am I able to see through any of them?
No, they are both shuttered. They're both on the ground floor. They're both shuttered.
So it's one-story building.
That's 2 stories. There's 2 floors.
Okay.
But there's no. Oh no, sorry. There is a window on there is a window you can see on the 2nd floor. Sorry. But it's a corridor. So at this point you can see him. The human comes up, and he walks into one of the other walks off the corridor into one of the other rooms at the front. Which you can't see into. You can't see into that room because it's the curtains are drawn and stuff. And then he's in there for a couple of minutes, and he comes out, and then he walks back downstairs.
Okay.
But then once he's downstairs, you can't see him. But when he came out, he was still carrying the basket and still had the keg, and he's gone somewhere else. So then there's now a delay until 4 o'clock.
Late nights.
So 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Day drinking.
Criminal's gonna criminal.
Nothing wrong with day drinking.
If you're alcoholic. So there seems this at this point at 4 o'clock afternoon there seems to be a change in the guard, a shift change basically. So the human and the dragonborn, who've kind of been, you guys have seen intermittently in and out the kitchen through a couple other windows that you can see in through. They seem to they both go upstairs and go into the bedroom that's curtained off, and coming out of that bedroom are a dwarf and a halfling.
Who actually sees this?
Yandar's going to see it first, but then Lenny and are going to see it. You can't see a lot from your vantage point.
That's what I was
You've got the
thinking.
front door.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't going to write anything down.
Yeah.
So
don't see
the
that.
human and dragonborn change out for halfling and
Dwarf. The halfling is notable because he is trying to disguise it, but he's clearly got like a chain shirt on underneath his clothes, so he looks bulkier than he is. He looks bulkier than he should. He's also got a loot on his back.
Fucking bard.
oh god.
The other 5 that you've seen so far just appear to be wearing sort of studded leather or leather armor, and they're mostly carrying sort of short weapons like maces and short swords. The exception to this is the half orc that you saw at the front door. She's got a full-on long sword.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The dwarf at this time comes out into the back garden carrying a bucket, and he goes to the privy and he empties it. He spends some time in there conducting his own business, and then he returns to the house.
Does he knock?
He does knock again. He knocks 3 times, and he says, "Let me in. It's Nud." Or Knud, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Let's go with Knud because it's funny.
Black knife.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, he's a dwarf. "Let me in, it's Knud."
Because of course it's Scottish.
It's dwarfs. I'm doing accents this week, fuck it. Why not?
Offend one group of people, offend them all!
It's better than my Belgian.
Be Flemish, wouldn't it?
It's all Chinese to me.
5 more minutes pass, and then Lenny, we have a problem.
Oh no.
Because the dwarf comes back out with a dog,
Oh god.
and he walks the dog around the garden.
What is
Oh,
this?
dear.
What is this dog?
Yeah.
Would you like to make a nature check?
Do I see this dog?
You see this dog?
Fuck no.
Do I make a nature check?
Sure.
6.
Yandar, you also see the dog. If you want to make a nature check, being a ranger.
It's 18.
18.
That's an 18.
18. Sorry. What did you get, Lenny?
6.
6. It's a big dog.
It's a cat.
No, I'm not that dumb. I know what a cat is.
That's if you roll in that one.
Big and
this
stick 'em on spit.
for the 2 18s in the room, this is not a dog. This is a wolf.
Same family.
The wolf stretches its legs, relieves itself, and then begins sniffing around.
Oh boy.
And it very quickly notices that there is someone nearby that it hasn't smelt before, and it begins pulling on the leash as it tries to get to where, Lenny, you're sitting by the fence.
Whereabouts were you sitting again?
I am there.
He's
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like near the front. No, you're at the end.
No,
okay.
he's basically in their garden, basically, and there's now a wolf going like.
Oh dear.
So the wolf knows you're there, but because you are sitting there and you're sneaky, the dwarf seems more concerned in not letting it go loose. You are not yet seen by the dwarf, and the dwarf is not looking in a direction. So, what would you like to do at this point? Would you like to try and style it out as I'm just a beggar,
Yes.
or are you,
Yes.
or are you going to run the fuck away?
I'm not gonna run because that'll definitely bring his attention over.
Okay, so Knud, try as he might, cannot resist the will of the wolf, and is dragged. Is slowly but surely dragged over towards you. At which point he goes, "Oh shit! Who the fuck are you?"
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's a dog.
That's a big fuck. Any coin? Help a hungry man out. Big coin?
He gets his mace out and goes, "Right, fuck off, or I'm letting it go."
Yep. No. I'm going.
And you start off, and
Yeah.
as once you get out safely out of range, the dog loses interest, and the dwarf can drag it back inside. But you do hear the dwarf muttering in the way only Scottish people can under his breath about fucking beggars and beggars and fucking shithole fucking town. And the dwarf drags the wolf back inside, and the back door shuts. After he once again knocks on the door and goes, "It's me, Knud."
Could I reposition to?
Sorry, the exact words he uses are "Let me in, it's Knud." Once again, that is the phrase.
Can I reposition to over here, going like the long way round and coming through the back streets and ending up around that
Sure.
tree?
Now I'm going to say it takes you 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're back in
Where you
position.
ending
You're
I'm going down by the tree at number 16.
So you kind of come out like.
So I'm going to go like
This way.
all the way down here, across the street, all the
Okay.
way along the back streets.
So I probably see you go past. Maybe.
Maybe depends if you look that way.
I don't know.
So then the next 8 hours pass fairly uneventfully.
Do I want to spend another 8 hours in this shitter?
I don't know how bad is it, man? Do you? Who
How
did you
tough's
eat?
that shit?
Yeah, like
No, I'm proving myself. I got to prove myself.
to who? Yourself.
I can do this. I can be with the low people.
I mean, if you came out, you'd see me. I'd be like,
At 8 o'clock in the evening, you're aware of slow shuffling footsteps in your vicinity. Are you going to do your
Yeah.
straining noise?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a performance check for
shitting.
for shitting, for fake shitting.
Fucking hell. I've got -1 in this. 14.
14. I mean, are you going for volume? Are you going for resonance?
I'm
Are you
going for more like, oh fuck, like it hurts kind of thing.
It was good at the time, but I regret it now.
Would I
Okay.
be able to hear this?
How loud
No,
are
I'm
you?
not going for.
Atomic
So-
shit.
On the roof of number 19.
That is true, actually.
You can't hear this, but you can see what's happening, and it's hilarious. The guy from the house, who lives there, the old man, he's come shuffling outside and is heading towards his toilet. And suddenly he stops in panic and alarm because there's someone already in there, apparently having a terrible time on the loo. That is his loo, and he is quite reasonably shocked by this. So you hear a quavering voice going, "Hello, who's there?"
Is it raining at the moment?
Raining now.
Sure. He's got an umbrella. Very similar to you. Yeah, he's. Yeah,
I'll be like, oh, I'm really sorry I couldn't make it home, so I jumped in here.
are you going to be long?
Bear with me, hang on. And I'll like make some shuffling noises, and a couple minutes later, exit.
He's standing there. That seemed a bit long. It's not free, you know. Getting the night sword men to come and take that away. I mean, are you going to pay for it?
I flick him a silver.
With surprising agility, the old man snatches it out of the air and goes, okay, yeah, that's fine, thank you. And
Oh my god.
shuts the door, and you thought you were getting used to it, but you're momentarily surprised and caught off guard, and so you hesitate for a minute outside it, and then you hear him go, and you get a fresh wave of what you've been smelling, and you go, oh god, what's wrong with him? And you go, and you what new position are you going to assume? Not in that way.
The other privy. No.
Behind that one.
I went from toilet to toilet to toilet.
I go behind his toilet and go, earthquake! Is he human as well? So I'm like
Several feet taller.
sorry about that.
You kind of like,
It's
the
not
right
a log,
size.
it's a
You
tree.
kind of came out like oh.
He was just like, you just filled up my whole shit.
Just like one arse cheek on, you know. Right, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, it was a good thing you didn't actually need to shit. You would have fucking ruined it.
I mean, I probably did at some point because I was there for fucking
8 hours.
like 4 hours or something.
6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours. There we go.
Talk about a backsplash.
Oh fuck! I go back to
I'm
number.
glad I'm inside.
I go back
I'm
to
like,
number 12 because it's fucking tipping it down
well, actually, I like it outside.
Sure.
It's fine, it's water.
again with my swagger of knowing about all this shit.
Do you walk past number 17?
Well, I have to. It's next to me.
Don't have
Oh
to.
no, I could go round number 19.
And then past the tree. and
You
then back.
have a quick look over at number 17, and the guy, the two in the kitchen, the halfling and the dwarf are in the kitchen, and they appear to be gambling, so they're not looking, which is fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought was to walk down here and so basically just down
Just
here and
shortest obvious route. Yeah. As you walk past the front of the house, you are aware of one of the curtains twitch on that front near the front door.
yeah, I'm not going to look over. I'm just going to like keep walking.
But you have been observed. But you know that.
Yes, right.
So you return to number 12, and I assume you check in with Kiyang.
Yeah, I smell like shit.
Prestidigitation.
The rain has not helped.
Because I have that. I'm like, yes, I get to do this finger snapping. I'm like, no, get rid of that.
That only does a 1 foot cube, dude. I'm like 7 foot of.
He's just doing this.
I could create and destroy water and make water go over.
Destroy water and kill a person.
And then I can shake that
kill
water
himself.
afterwards as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll just return there. Look like.
Okay, so Yandar, seeing the other two who are watching the back with you, now they've gone. You kind of move around to get a better angle on the
front.
No,
Well,
no,
on the back.
because you're now the only one watching the back. So you try.
So
you try
I
and
move to around.
yeah,
that
you
area
move
there.
as far as you can.
Yeah.
You are aware that the dwarf stays in the kitchen. The halfling seems to be sort of patrolling. This is slightly unfortunate in that the dwarf is in the kitchen with the keg, and is every time the halfling's up there, he just refills and then just keeps drinking. So by the time it gets to about 11 o'clock at night, the dwarf seems to be drunk and tired, and so every time the halfling is coming into the kitchen, the halfling is sort of shaking the dwarf awake and being like, "Dude, come on."
Stop drinking.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of exchange words between the halfling and the dwarf, who the halfling obviously seems to be
Pissed off.
well, yeah, no, I mean the halfling doesn't seem to have the authority to properly chastise him, but he seems to be sort of disappointed that the dwarf is being unprofessional, shall we say. So It's now coming up to 12. It's not coming to midnight, and at this point, you guys, the two of you who are not in number 12, are now aware of a small figure moving down the street, who slips into the house of number 12, and you guys recognise that our Ardagundus has returned.
I'm going to slip through the back streets and back to number 12.
I am going to get down to the main street of number 19, jump off the roof, and slip down the back streets to get back to 12.
Cool. Another athletics or acrobatics to just leave the roof safely.
That will be 14.
Yep. No problems. You're
Superhero land.
you've been to tower enough, and you're a good climber. You've climbed all your life. You're used to climbing around and doing these kind of things, and it's because it's an old building and it's sort of a bit dilapidated on the exterior. There's plenty of footholds and handholds and stuff, so it's very easy to climb. So you guys reconvene in the house, and Ardagundus, twiddling his moustache, goes, Bob, you're all ear. So, what have we learned?
Well, the dwarf's hammered.
4 of them watching him. I assume he's in there. They bring out a bucket every now and then to, empty.
They knock on the back 3 times and say, "It's me," and then their name.
They have a wolf, not a dog.
Yes. Necessary pet.
Oh, let me.
Yeah,
Yes.
pet wolf.
Try and do it that way.
Yeah. Very large wolf.
Well,
Yeah, that was a wolf.
Okay.
You now smell like the privy.
is it
No, he doesn't.
is it
No, man, that's gone. Not with me around.
Oh, it's your choice.
I mean, my character's thinking of like going over to that house and lesser restoration in whoever the fuck lived there. It's just to be like, clearly
There's something wrong with
clearly
you.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Any poisons?
Oh man, I'll ritually cast Protect Poison and Disease while I'm waiting.
I love D&D!
Oh my god.
Sure. So you Yeah, no. Let's resolve it. You go back to the old man's house, and there's something wrong with him. He's got some sort of.
So I'm just gonna go knock on his door.
Hello.
Hello. Clearly there's something wrong with you, and I thought I'd fix it.
You're the one using other people's toilets.
Well, yeah. There was something wrong with me. I needed the loop. But there's something much more wrong with you. Have you smelt what's in there? I don't know what's coming out of you, but
I love how you're a noble. Well, no, you're not even that. You are a noble.
So you're detecting poison disease. He's
Covered in disease. Full of it. Full of disease.
I come to the book.
he's got a baby.
Oh, he's got a
He's got a baby black pudding living in his backside.
Oh.
Because that's the page that I opened up.
Excellent.
So some of the shit that's been coming out is little black puddings.
That's
Now,
fucking terrifying.
you know there's something wrong with you, right? Something's not right inside.
Well, my lady friend left because of the smell.
Do you want a hand with that? I can help.
No shit.
I don't need to put your hand up my arse, no.
No, I'll just put my hand on your arm and it'll get rid of everything.
What?
I'm a cleric.
Oh.
Orcs.
Persuasion check.
My specialty. Hey.
Hey.
What is it with me charisma checks with 8 charisma? 18.
Well, you have had your own arse troubles. And he holds his arm
And then
out.
he fists you.
And I will cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh my god.
And as you cast this restoration, you are aware of a deep a deep and long rumbling from the old man in front of his guts, and he goes, "Oh, excuse me," and he goes to the privy, and he has one last gigantic shit and shits the dead babe black pudding parasite that's been living in his butt for the past 3 weeks out into the privy, and he comes out and he goes, "Well, it still smells really bad, but I feel a lot better, thank you." And go back inside. And he does so very quickly, and he tries to avoid eye contact because he doesn't want to pay you for the service you just provide him. But you're just happy that you've stopped that toilet smelling so badly for.
Yeah, I mean, it
well,
was either
after it's been emptied the next time by hopefully people who are trained to deal with tiny black puddings and not just.
Yeah. It was either lesser restoration or heat metal, and I thought that he's probably not wearing much metal, so
Might have a bit of a hip.
burn it out of him.
Traditionally, not a lot of metal up people's arses.
Sword.
I've got a mace.
I think I might have killed him.
So
Anyway,
back to
But
number 12.
I do make my way back to number
No,
12 scenically.
Sure. So you guys tell Ardagundus what you have seen, and so Ardagundus says, "Well, so we know there are 5 of them. Sorry, so we know there are 5 of them. You have seen an human, you have seen a dwarf, you have seen a dragonborn. You are very gassy, all of you.
It's good and what?
You should see them. Never mind.
That was funny as fuck.
I don't want to know. We saw no shit.
You don't want to know, no.
An old man outdid him.
And a halfling, yes. You were getting there.
And
And
a
a half-orc.
half orc.
Female half-orc.
But we have seen Nessus's pet, but we have not seen Nessus because he is an half elf. So we have not seen him.
I guess
Neither have we seen little Benny.
Well, no, they take his shit out in a bucket.
Did we actually get what he? Do we actually know what Benny actually looks like? Sorry. Did we?
He is the one who
You do. Do you
he
share
was the
that
one
with
who
us?
looked like a small blonde human child,
Yes, you do. Okay.
and not like a thug gangster carrying weapons and wearing leather
No, I
armor.
was just making sure, like, what race, basically. You know, just
He
you-
was not the wolf.
You sure?
No. Magic is crazy and weird.
It is, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure the
So-
dog was a dog.
It was a wolf.
You saw them moving around upstairs. You
Wolf,
saw
dog,
them moving
whatever.
around on the ground floor, but we had not seen Nessus. We only saw his pet when they took it outside to have a shit.
Smell
And
me.
almost eat this one, apparently.
Yeah.
It was seemed hungry.
I did tell you he had a pet. You obviously got too close, but you are still alive, so that is good.
I
So
don't think they wanted trouble.
it seems to me the logical deduction of this scenario is that clearly they are keeping the boy. Nessus is keeping the boy in the basement or cellar, as you said.
Oh, I thought it was upstairs.
I thought it was upstairs.
Twin was the other side.
I changed down as I was getting numb. So,
Was there any signs of there being a cellar, like any low level?
not that you saw.
Fucking hell, it's raining.
So,
I can show you
This
the
rain will help us in our assaults. It will mask the noises we make as we try and fuck it up.
I can't hear you!
Mate,
So
like,
what I know is that I've
Let's get
got.
rid of water for you. I can shape it. I can make it blue. I can make it yellow.
Just make a bubble around us.
I can make this bit freeze.
Right, so what's the next step? We go in there and we get Benny?
Well, yes, but we will have to come up with a plan. There are only 5 of us.
There are 2 entrances.
Excellent.
I can knock on the front door.
They normally bar the back one.
Set fire to it.
No.
I help number
No.
19. I could just be a cleric helping people around.
But if you knock on the front door, they will know they are all inside. We will have to wait until the one who goes and gets the food leaves to go and get the food, then we deal with him while he's not there, and then we go in through the front door.
All the one that deals with the shit.
I mean,
They all do.
we could
But
just.
going in the front door will be trouble because that our folk, she is Gurza.
No.
She is Ness's.
How about we wait for the dwarf?
Lieutenant.
How about we wait for the dwarf to get drunk again?
Yeah, the dwarf is currently hammered.
So in the morning or next time he's on shift, I assume he'll get drunk again.
So tomorrow night he will be drunk, and then we can knock on the back door and take advantage of the fact that he does not have all of his faculties.
Yeah. What was
And
the
we
halfling's
can-
name?
Did we know what the halfling's name was?
No.
He didn't come out.
Hmm. Maybe
But
maybe
we-
he'll be so drunk that if we say "let me in," it's Canud, that he'll let us in, even though he's Canud.
He is Canute.
Yeah. But
Do you know any of the other names?
What was the human's name?
I don't know. Here.
It was not the human you
No,
heard.
I-
It
no.
was the dragonborn.
No, the human. I
Oh,
didn't actually- I
Dragonborn,
couldn't get
yeah.
what the human said. I
Which
only
is
heard
Haas.
4 knocks.
Well, we can say we're Haas.
Presumably, 2 of them will be sleeping.
Well, yeah, but if he's drunk, he don't know what's
Or
going
we
on.
go
And the
in-
halfling walks around and does his own thing.
Or we go in very early hours of the morning because that half-orc has got to sleep at some point.
The weather doesn't agree.
we can assume she is sleeping during the night, but we don't know where she is sleeping. Another option may be if we are silent and sneaky enough, we can go in through an upstairs window, and we can take care of the 2 who are sleeping before they get a chance to reinforce anyone else. I think if we try and fight them all at once, this is going to put us in danger. But also it will, as I have said, it will put little Benelius's laugh in danger, and you only get 100 gold if he's unarmed. If he's armed, it's 50 gold. If he's dead, we all get nothing. So this is a priority.
Also, if we're going inside, didn't his pet smell you pretty easy?
Well, but the wolf is not in. The wolf is downstairs.
Yeah, but
We assume.
I didn't see
The
it.
wolf must sleep at some point.
Hmm.
I don't want to run from it. I'm not a dog toy.
Perhaps if the dwarf is drunk enough, we can knock on the back door and says, "Let me in. I am the wolf."
Alright, you try that while we go in through the window.
I was just trying to lighten the mood with a joke.
Maybe the dwarf becomes the dog toy.
Maybe.
I have a very good masking scent for the smell.
I can speak
We
with
can
animals.
mask ourselves with, well, number 19's remains.
Remains.
I can also just do that with.
You
That.
gotta cover yourself in that old man's stinky shit to mask so you don't smell like humans to the dog. You're still gonna smell like really bad shit. It's still gonna be like. It's still good. Yeah.
Or we
I
poop
can
up the
just do
house.
that.
I was just thinking
what,
actually. Yeah.
what was wrong with him? He had a black pudding in his ass.
Oh.
Don't you
I
know
beg
what
your
it is?
fucking pardon.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. Isn't it?
You must have shoved it up there.
I mean, you
This city is really fucking strange.
Some people put sausage up their ass. What are you on about?
Alright.
I'm not
You
here to
one of
judge
them?
Lenny. Whatever kinks you have are your own.
Right,
we
so back door,
My
not like
cousin
that.
likes to fuck. So.
Back door, we say we're Canud or Hag, whatever the name
Hask.
was. And
Hask. The name was Hask.
Ask.
Because he said it in his gravelly voice.
But
it was
we
hard
let-
to tell.
but we let the drunk get dwarf first.
Yes.
And well,
Honestly, we're sober.
Completely sober.
and while the halfling's not
That's why
there,
you tune in, folks. Fucking rushing right there. we let the drunk get more. Oh, man.
And then
What
we
if
barrel
we-
the halfling.
while some others climb in the window.
And one of us poo bombs the ground floor.
No, you don't want to go near that thing. Trust me.
No, we want to poo bomb the ground floor.
I could just do that. There's a smell. And you smell now like shit.
Why? Well,
Get rid of
thanks, but don't smell that purry first.
No. I'm okay. Or Because it says with prestidigitation you can make a small odour, can't you? Or
You can drop a stink bomb if you want.
We formulate poo bombs.
you can flavour a cubic foot.
If
I could make something smell like.
It's mature.
Oh, I can taste it. I can taste it.
That is
Oh,
chewy.
that is.
So maybe as the
Make
host,
sure-
If you team up with a cleric,
I can
and the
make-
cleric does thaumaturgy fart noise, and then you make it stink over there. Both you can make
Yeah.
can frame someone for a
Or
really
make
bad.
yeah,
it like
so
smell
we-
like meat or something. So
No.
the wolf goes for it.
the dwarf will be so drunk that we make
No,
him
I've got it.
smell like shit, and it smells like he's shit himself from being so drunk as the halfling's coming in.
Or that.
Or when the
Or
wolf
I
is
could-
next outside, put the smell of meat near him so he
Yeah.
goes charging.
On
So
the,
it goes-
on the
yeah,
person
on the
who's
dwarf.
carrying
Yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah, on the
exactly what I
dwarf.
was thinking. Make the dwarf smell like fresh meat.
Although we can't really murder in the town. My dad said I'm not allowed to.
We wouldn't be doing it. The dog would. The wolf would
Yeah.
be doing it.
It wouldn't be us. Also, we're saving someone, so it's
Well,
more.
just don't do it yourself.
Yeah,
Don't get caught.
exactly.
You know he's a detective, right? He looks at people that do this kind of shit.
I am not a member of the guard.
So you don't give a shit if
uh,
they die.
I was actually about to suggest a a plan that some of you might find disagreeable. In that when the woman leaves to go and get the foods, we accost him and momentarily distract him, and then we exchange his basket de foods with one that we have previously prepared with the poison.
What do you say?
Yeah, I couldn't understand.
We change the food for poison.
Yeah. We
Oh,
How
yeah.
about the
Yeah.
human that
Well,
eats?
poisoned food.
And
We
then
slip some poison in. That's your deal.
Oh, yeah. Fine. I can find that.
Oh.
And you would not find this an objectionable plan?
Well,
It
doesn't
doesn't
have to
help us.
kill. Poison doesn't have to kill.
It could make them shit their bowels out so they're queuing up for the privy or using
Exactly.
all the others.
Merely knock
Actually,
them
can you
out.
do that? Give them some sort of laxative.
I'll try.
How fast can you procure this this shit me up poisons?
Shit.
I don't know. Shall I roll?
Sure, yes, let's do that.
What would you like? Just straight roll?
Like charisma
Or intelligence, because you know how to make it. I don't
or
know.
investigation? Yeah, I don't know.
Would it come under medicine?
It would come under persuasion because you would have to get your contacts up and get them to give you something rapid and fast.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you can. You know guys around here who, for shits and giggles, take stuff that make you have shits and giggles.
Well,
His name is Shits and Giggles.
I know a
The name of the
guy.
poison is shits and
Yeah.
giggles.
How long can you get this in?
Couple of hours.
It's the middle of the night, but you know that Pooh Boy Pete is going to be up all night.
Give me a couple of gold, I'll be back in an hour.
Good boy.
I will give you one.
Again, the NPC
That
going
works.
for night is Pooh Boy Pete, isn't it? Like, well, I just made up and called
Yep.
him Pooh Boy.
See the one that everyone remembers.
Week 2. Oh, let's go to see if Pooh Boy knows what's going on. Week 3.
We know it.
Oh,
Pooh Boy did it.
It was Pooh Boy
Yeah,
all along.
PvP.
I'll be back.
Yeah, go speak to PP.
No, it's Poopy.
It's just put. But yeah.
Le machine, le plop plop.
Do you want to play some dice while we wait?
Yeah, go for it.
It's like the middle of the night, though, right?
I was going to get some rest, but
Yeah, do
certainly
you
if
need
you want
rest?
to.
Oh,
Yeah, I
a couple
guess.
of
I'm sure
rounds.
you do.
I'll play some dice and then I'll go to sleep. Are we
Couple of
sleeping
rounds?
in number 12?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Cool.
there's not a lot of good furniture in here.
I get
but
my
it's
travel
enough
pillow out.
You've got a travel pillow.
Of course.
You're a noble.
just-
He's a noble.
After you finish an 8-hour rest, you cast Blessing the Fortunate, and it's now +1 pillow. Pillow fight!
Natural damage.
Broken face.
pillow fight the undead to death. He does bludgeoning damage, really well skeleton.
Character concept.
Fucking
Write
great
it down,
fashion.
write it down.
imagine.
What was I doing? Yeah. So you go and
So Lenny's going to find Pooh Boy
you
Pete.
go off to the shitatorium, and you find Pooh Boy Pete,
With his pet shih tzu.
and weirdly he lives in the noble quarter. No.
Does
How
he
do you
live
get
at number 2?
Yeah.
It took me a while. It took me a while. My God. I was like, what?
The shit
hell?
And you acquire the necessary item, or little baggie of items of the powder, and you return post haste to number 12.
Cheers, Pete.
Where do you go?
Stop sniffing it, man.
Oh no, rub it on your gums. So you guys. You're playing a guy called Pooh Boy Pete doesn't know. What is my life?
We've got a spin-off now. Pooh Boy Pete.
The life of Pooh Boy Pete.
Yeah, fuck the plans for this thing. This series is no longer called Cups and Coals. It's now called Pooh Boy Pete and the Adventures of His Shit.
I was just thinking.
Pooh Boy Pete and his shit adventures.
The Adventures of His Shit Demon.
Anyway.
I'm definitely going to have to bring that back at some point. And go do something more with that. Right, we'll see. I think I might change week 3 completely.
That's even better than Dodgy Dan.
Oh, yes.
So you guys return to number 12. Maybe one of them's waited up for you to come back.
Yeah, nah, I've got to get my beauty sleep.
Because I took Aspect of the Moon as the invocation, so that means you don't have to sleep.
Lol.
So you can literally just do like light activity. So it'll probably just be watching, looking through the telescope, probably maybe looking at the stars, I don't know.
Let's look at number 15.
Oh!
Wait, hold on.
I mean, it would just
Fire
be,
Genasi. Oh, she's hot.
it would just be confusing if he looks at number 19. That'll be where it's like.
Yeah, if you look at number 19 furiously, you're gonna be like, ooh.
Go into the telescope. Why is it looking at this house? For no reason.
Why are we looking at the privies, man? I haven't got a fetish. You should have gone to Pooh Boy Pete.
We got that written down, Pooh Boy Pete, right?
Yeah, I have Pooh Boy Pete, patron of the shitatorium.
Oh, I've got resides in the shitatorium.
So, we wake up the next morning.
Number 2, I just need the road name now. The sewer.
John Street.
Oh, lost control. This have I? Never mind. It's funny.
Second U-bend on the right.
As long as we're laughing.
Yeah, I
as long
would
as
have
we're
waited up
talking
for
to
you
win.
anyway, as you came back from your
It's 9:30. Fucking hell.
Have that.
So the plan. You're gonna spike the food with the shit powder. You're gonna let the human go back in the house. They're all gonna eat the food. They're gonna start shitting their brains out. Then what is the plan of attack? Are you gonna wait till, or are you gonna wait till all the toilets are occupied before you make and then go in?
Yeah.
No.
While they're all occupied, or are you gonna what's
As
what's
soon
the
as the
plan?
last person's out, we go in.
Okay.
And then we bomb them out.
What if they don't all go out?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, they're going to be heavily
Well,
shitting
at
themselves.
when at least like... Well,
They've got a bucket in the house that they shit
Yeah. I mean, if they're occupied shitting on a bucket, then sure. Like, you know.
you put the bucket on their head.
Oh.
They're not going to be able to move much.
No, I just make them saw themselves constantly. Make them smell like shit.
I'm going to have to make a lot of concepts.
Get ready.
Okay. So, we have plan.
We have a plan, let's
What
cock
if it
it
goes-
up!
Wait, what happens if it goes wrong?
When it shits up,
Well,
you
we
mean.
draw
Yeah, when
weapons.
shit hits the fan, what do we do?
When they miss the bucket, we kick the bucket.
I could also cast Bane on them so they get the shits even worse.
Do we...
Okay.
Right, I'll
we
start
need,
stabbing
we,
them
yeah,
in the
we need a
bowel.
plan if it goes wrong.
I'll start shooting them in the bowel. Their bowels.
Try not to kill. Murder gets you in jail.
If you get...
They're holding someone captive, I think it's justified.
Are you gonna knock them out?
Turn everything upside down.
The authorities deal with it. Knock them out.
You guys haven't seen a lion guard this entire time. There are no guards
I don't
patrolling
think the
this area.
guards come around this area.
No, but they do around the noble quarter.
Yeah, but Benny would...
They're not going to...
Benny wouldn't know if he's in a different room.
He doesn't have to see anything. Bucket on his head.
The shit.
If
the
someone
only
comes
thing
another child
available.
in the shit.
There might be 2 buckets.
You just said he needed his arms. That was it.
Yeah, you said he just needs to have
He
one
needed.
He
Not
needs
to be
unarmed.
harmed.
arm. Okay, he needs to lose both arms.
I'm
He
sure,
needs
I'm
to
sure
not
they haven't
be
left
wounded.
him. I'm sure they haven't
He
left him
needs
with
to be
weapons.
in one piece.
He needs to not be wounded, and he needs to be happy. If he says what a wonderful job we have done to his father, we may get a bonus, which may reflect in the wages I can then pass on to you.
I thought it was coming out of your pocket.
Yeah.
No, that was if you had continued battering for an upfront payment. That would go into my pocket, but you forgot about that because I distracted you with my amazing moustache skills
It
and
could
this
be
crazy voice that I'm doing.
that tash could be trimmed down a bit. It looks a bit ridiculous.
If
It
you
looks
touch my
flammable.
mustache, I shall kill you all.
The face is like.
No.
Tinderbox.
Again,
how could you-
lighting my mustache on fire is again instant death.
And if we add hair extensions to it,
Oh, it would be quite pretty. Yes, no, that would be. that
What
would
if
be
it just
well.
goes out like this and then.
No, all the way along.
yeah.
So, shall we
I
wait?
call it the
curtains.
extender for Manchu. Yes.
Shall we start Plan S?
Plan S.
Yeah, let's start planning.
Execute Plan S.
So we shall have to wait till tomorrow
What was beta
afternoon.
R?
We shall have to wait till
Bullshit.
tomorrow afternoon at.
Someone got
Yeah. I
So
like how
he-
we're beta R. Where was A then?
We had
Drop
plan
the
A.
S is all I'm
We
saying.
had A and then S. Anyway.
Another S.
The woman leaves.
He always
The
goes
woman
there.
leaves at. Fucking hell. The woman leaves the house at 2:00 in the afternoon and returns at 3.
Yes.
Bon. Excellent. So. we shall have
Dragonborn
to.
takes his place.
That is amatorial.
Mhm.
We shall go to the pub. We shall buy a basket of the food. We may have to pay a certain bribe to get the exact same food as they get.
Oh, I thought we were just going to distract him and shut him in there. Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Oh, I thought we could then distribute the powder equally rather than just dump it on one of the sandwiches.
I ate that, yeah.
Because then
That makes a lot more sense.
one of them will shit his brains out, but the rest will be absolutely fine.
One of them will die.
Yes. One of them will prolapse his anus into a thing that is long like a snake.
Stab the snake.
Right.
I mean,
let's
I
get going
agree
then.
that would be comedy gold, but it would not help us in disabling the rest of the house.
How much of this shit powder did you get?
Enough.
Bag that big.
Holy shit.
Yes, it will.
No, it'd be pretty
No.
liquid.
Well, if you take it, I'm a comedy genius. I should have been a comedian. But my father, he was a private detective as well. I had to follow the family. But what I'm telling you about this is not important.
Tell me more.
I don't really care, and I head
If we can get back to the fucking plan, because we're running out of time in the real world.
Wait, this is not a real world.
Shut up. Stop breaking the fourth wall.
Anyway.
We smashed about 15 walls, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, the house has fallen over. We crushed by a roof.
Oh, so we don't need to
Right.
save them
The
anymore.
door's looking very
Right.
lovely.
Right, where are we going to get this food then? You know this area.
Probably down
I
the
assume they are going to the Kettlefish, the Kettlefish Tavern to purchase the food. It is the only
39. Okay.
It is the only tavernassery around here,
Mm.
and we can go there. We may have to bribe the chef or the barman to get a basket of the food. The same as them, we then
Can't we just
usually-
get them to give them the food that we...
We may be able to, if we can bribe the cook to put the shit powder in the food, that may cut out some of our work, and then we can return it. But one of us might want to stay with him to make sure he follows through.
Per se, or
Well, if he does not wash his hands, that is on him. But yeah, shit.
Yeah, literally. Shit,
Right.
man.
So
Right.
then they all leave and run to the various toilets around the location of the house. When all 6 of them have left, also the dog. When all 7 of them have left, and they've left the poor noble boy in there to shit his brains out in the bucket. We run in and liberate the child from his shit bucket.
I mean, I don't think.
Oh my god, I've been carrying a shitting child!
No, he won't.
No, yeah.
No, he won't.
Great
No, he won't. No,
So
He
I
won't be
don't-
shitting, you'll just be cooking.
I'm just like,
Oh, coming out!
I don't really think that the wolf will exit to go to the toilet. The wolf will probably remain inside.
Shitting
Yes,
in,
but
sitting in a corner.
five of us against one wolf. We should.
One shitting wolf.
I believe I've judged you, gentlemen, correctly, and I believe we should overcome just one wolf.
Can I change into my chainmail?
Have you got it with you, or are you going to walk in the street covered in chainmail and look like a warrior and they're going to get stabbed? And
Fine.
do you not understand? Do you not comprehend why I told you not to wear the chainmail?
How am I meant to block an attack?
With your face.
Or your ass.
You are a cleric, heal yourself.
ew.
What would
Do
you
you like that
eels
black
on?
book?
Alright, let's go
It's
to the
not
pub.
a sex thing. I said, you know what I meant.
Let's go to the pub.
Fuck you, you xenophobic fuckers. I'm gonna pay you less. I think it's 90
you're
gold
not.
from this point on. Making fun of my accent. Okay, 100.
No.
Right, to the pub.
To the pub.
Day drinking. Wait, what?
No.
I know. We're getting
Maybe we
food.
should wait till it opens.
What time is it?
Oh, let's go now. Let's go now and grab the cook on the way in. Fuck it. Yes.
Sure.
So you guys go to the pub. There's a cook there. His name he's a dwarf, and he's called Rugal.
You alright, mate?
Who the fuck? So what are you? Are you waiting for him in his kitchen? Are you like?
We could be. That would be pretty
Yeah, let's
good.
do it.
You've broken into the pub. You're in the kitchen as the chef walks in, and they're
I'm
like,
just
there's
sitting
five
there
of you
eating a
sitting there going,
sandwich.
No.
Oh,
So it's not
as
open.
he's walking towards, or are we actually doing this?
Yeah,
We're
Okay,
doing
yeah,
this.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
we'll
We're,
break
we're
it.
sitting in the kitchen. Right, mate. As he walks in,
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Zunu. Zunu Clive.
Clythe.
You know the Clives?
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
You're a Clythe.
Oh yeah.
Why have you broken into my kitchen, my lord?
I need.
Why should I not go and get the guards?
I need a favour, and you know us noble families, like we pay well.
Oh, okay. What
bread.
What can I do for you?
Ah well, there's some people that are gonna. There's this like human guy, and I describe him.
There's this human guy.
Yeah, the human guy that comes in every day, grabs some food.
Oh yeah, he's been coming in every day on the same time, about lunchtime.
All right,
For-
would you
for-
be able to season his food with something else?
And then don't ask questions.
You won't? You just want me to put more salt on his food?
We'll call it salt.
Yeah, but
This stuff.
it's special salt.
Am I killing people?
Oh no, he
No,
won't die.
no.
He'll just have the shits for a couple hours.
Don't have to tell him that.
You want to give? I mean, I don't just make food for him. It's for several people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he'll give him all the shits.
I mean,
Just wash your hands after.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, vigorous.
I'm not sure. I think they might notice on the lump of they just ask for a lump of meat normally for like one of the meals is just a little big
Only needs to
lump
be a
of meat.
sprinkling.
Just massage you.
Yeah, but I think it'll sort of. This is quite a vivid yellow color. I think it might be quite obvious on the raw red meat.
How about you like, how thick's the meat? You could cut a bit and put it inside. Cut a hole, like, you know, so you can open it up. Or just leave the
Evenly
meat. Just
distribute it.
everything else, leave the meat.
I can do the rest of it, sure.
Yeah.
But this is I mean this. You're a noble and you know
Well, then,
this
then
this
you know I wouldn't
this,
do it
this,
for a
this,
bad
this
cause.
breaking in seems a tad illegal, and this making people, if you are to be believed, and I'm not poisoning people, but I'm just making them shit themselves.
Yeah, but I'm sure like 5 gold will sway you.
Could make it 8.
I thought you said you were rich.
Well, 5 gold, and if it works,
Get an extra 10.
make sure you're doing it. Get another 5. Or 10. Loads of money.
No, I think I'm going to want to have 20 up front and then another 20 when it's done.
Go on then, Cluso, pay up.
I can possibly stretch to this. Okay, great. Unintentionally difficult now.
Well done! Yes! Come
It's
to
the
him
moustache,
in every
man. It's the moustache.
You go. Here's the 20 gold. Oh, thank you very much. I'll put this. I'll put the. I'll put this. It smells familiar. Is this Pooh Boy pizza?
Who?
I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah.
wash your hands.
Oh, fucking idiot. Right, okay. So yeah. So but yeah, 20 gold. I'll put this on the food and then you'll come back this evening and give me the rest. Excellent.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know,
Don't tell them.
you don't tell anyone.
Well, no, otherwise they won't eat it and they won't shit themselves and I won't
Exactly.
get my extra 20 gold, so...
And you might lose
Exactly.
the other 20.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they find out that I did it, I might lose my life, but hopefully they'll be too busy shitting themselves while I'm running, going off to sea with 40 gold, so, you know. I always wanted to be a ship's cook. It is quite fun.
Talk to him afterwards.
Yeah.
Not too
Well,
bad.
As
Not
you
a lot
know,
of fish, but you know, it's pretty good.
Thank you, Blue. That's very helpful.
Oh, I'm gonna say to myself.
well, thank you
Is
very
that,
much.
Is that what happens when you at sea too long? You go blue. Is that a magic
No,
thing?
no, not really. You've not met us then before, have you?
He's just like
No, we're
that.
just a Genasi. Water, to be specific. It's kind of fitting, isn't
You're made of water.
it? Here and there.
Well, this is all very good fun. Yes, the time is serious pressing. We should leave. Thank you for your help. Oh, you're welcome. Very fuck. And the scene ends, and we all leave the fucking kitchen. Right? Okay. So
No, I
you
want to hear more of this conversation.
Yeah! Rob's like, fucking hell.
Rob talked to himself.
Welcome to the Voices in My Head with Strange Accents, part 2.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that
We
shit
just
out
need to
of that.
find out what people with peach sounds like.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, no, I did poop a
Yeah, you
pig.
did too much.
He did.
He just sounded in pain.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was in pain.
The guy who was shitting himself while he was talking. He's poo boy pig.
Severely constipated.
when he's not shitting himself.
Breathe.
So,
Breathe.
we go back to number 12 and we wait.
For fuck's sake, John.
I'm
I was
going.
drinking again.
I'm gonna go back to my old position on the
On the
back.
roof.
Yeah,
What
back
time
there.
of day is it?
So I
Okay,
can see
uh,
at
so,
least run out the back.
The acrobatics or athletics again to check you get back up there safely,
14.
and stealth to remain hidden and out of sight, etc.
Oh dear lord.
11.
It's enough. It's
What
enough.
time of day is it?
You are on a roof. Well, you're gonna wait until
Oh,
four?
right, so we okay.
Yeah,
wait
three.
till-
You're gonna
we'll
wait till
then,
3.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be
The-
like
the-
half 3. The
Three
thing that we
three
kick
when the
off.
human comes back.
Yeah.
So indeed, the events eventuate as they have been previously described, with buckets being carried out, 3 knocks, 4 knocks.
Yeah.
Let me in. It's
So-
whoever. While you guys are reconnoitering, you do see. I'm going to say that you see the human go out to the toilet, and you hear him go, "Let me in." It's Axel. So you now know
As in like Rose.
AXEL. As in thing you put a wheel on?
Yeah. So
Or is that AXL? I don't know how to spell.
Neither do I, so it's fine.
You've seen me try and write on my fucking maps. I can't spell A. Anyway,
Task.
that is the version we should put on. That is the version we should put on the internet to accompany this video. The one where I've misspelled 8th. I had to cross it out because it's funny.
Yeah, it's just EIG pi.
Yeah, I was like, what? That's all the lines.
I wrote the T and then I went, oh no, that's an H. And I wrote H and I went, well, that's just fucking. This is pen. I can't rub that out.
No, that is EIG pi HAARGH.
And like the last one is just, fucked it up.
Well, no, because it's arch. So because I'd missed a letter out of 8th, the A came too soon. So now when I wrote 8th, there was the A was actually just abutting the L. So I had to put another. So I had to move the A further.
You really fucked it up.
I really fucked it up. I really fucked it up.
Yeah.
And in pen on the final one, I was like, "This is why you write it out in pencil first, dickhead." But anyway, moving on, because we're talking about stuff that the audience can't see, so it's not exactly riveting YouTube video stuff. Because the rest of it's been fucking gold.
Yeah.
So, who comes out to the shitter?
First.
Who first comes out for the shitter?
Do they burst out the back door? Do they come out of both doors? Does one of them dive out the window?
They're coming out hall ends with this stuff they're eating, like.
Yeah, it could be explosives.
From your vantage point, Yandar,
No,
you see Axel walk into the kitchen. There, Axel distributes the first of the meals to Hask, the Dragonborn, and he fills up the pitcher, and Hask tucks in with gusto to his meal. Axel then leaves the room, carrying the rest of the meals, and you see him start to go upstairs to the front bedroom. Hask chows down the entire fucking thing with great relish, licks his fingers, and then just sits there. And just sits there, and just sits there. Because he just nat 20'd that console. So he is fucking immune to Pooh Boy Pete specials.
Damn it, Pete! I asked you for the high grade.
Well, you didn't ask for the dragon shit stuff, man. Oh god. Oh. This was a curry. Yeah.
You sure it smells like a kebab?
So Hask is fine, but then he goes and gives it to the dwarf. Who's gonna be ill in a while, and then the fucking hell, 2 nat 20s.
Oh fuck!
God damn it!
Apparently the halfling is also made of steel, and Axel then disappears. You assume you can't see the room that he's going into, but assume he's going. You assume he's giving it to the half orc. I mean, he's giving the food, not giving it. He's giving the food.
Hey, we don't judge
maybe
here.
We don't know.
Well, that would be messy.
Well, it would be in about 15 minutes.
It's the wrong day to try anal.
Free lube, hey.
Well, unless you're the water Genasi, apparently he likes it.
Apparently he likes it, yeah.
You just paint the walls brown.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Someone just crit failed their save.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that Benny?
Oh shit, we're gonna kill the kid. The kid's gonna shit himself to death.
He's a kid. Have you got lesser respiration?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why has my son got a snake coming out? He's like, oh no.
No, that is his ass.
That's not a snake. That's his intestines.
Benny have to
We made him shit himself that hard, he shit out his own guts.
He's dead.
I think I forgot Axel. Oh, cool. Axel failed pretty badly as well. So Axel is the first to break cover, and the back door goes flying open, and Hask's like, "Hey, I'm supposed to. Oh man, there's a fucking routine." And Axel goes diving into the shitter out the back of number 17, and from your vantage point, you can mercifully you can't hear what the noise his bowels are making, but you can hear his voice go like, "Oh god, oh no!"
So I walk over to the.
How have I offended you, gods? Oh god!
Walk over to the
Cry.
portion of number 19's roof where I am guessing it will be Ki Yang on the telescope, and I signal yes, it's working.
Okay. So through the telescope, you
Is it
can
still
see.
raining? Oh no, it's not. Stop.
No.
No, it has stopped.
Are there
now.
some puddles though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I shape one of them to do a thumbs up and go.
I would have a long rest.
Because I could shape water.
Okay. Which puddle are you doing this in?
Where
Where
are
are you making it? Well, the puddle's going to be on the ground level.
Yeah, like just near mine because I've got to be in range. So it's like
Show-
on the
show-
corner
show-
of like
just,
number,
just point to it on the
like
map. for
near
me.
number 14, like here.
You're doing so in front,
So
in front
right
of the house.
right in front of the
house, the puddle's just gone. bloop.
Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Yeah.
I thought we were on number 17.
That's kind that is the DM thing I'm doing where I'm going. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
So do you want to make
I
it
can't
round?
remember
I
what
can-
this and this. Say no. I don't want to do
Wait.
that.
How
This is
far is
really
it
bad
between
internet
12 and
video.
19?
Just don't do it.
Yeah,
just-
don't do
just-
it.
Fine.
We know it's good.
A
It's like-
flash of light. would
Fine. I
do.
just go.
No, just do nothing.
Just okay,
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, we now leave. To,
Yeah.
like, when a few more come out and go, let me in, occupied.
So the next to break cover is the dwarf.
Knud.
Knud. Hey Knud. He comes running out and he bangs on the door of the privy. He goes, let me in, let me in. The Dragonborn is still standing in the doorway going, guys, there's a system to the back door thing, man. There's like a, I have to open it and then you go. But they're quite concerned about the toilet arrangements right now. So Axel's going, no, you can't come in. I'm going to be here a while. Clint's like, oh, for fuck. Looks around. He sees the privy just over the 3-foot fence.
That's what I was thinking. Does he go?
No, the closer one is the one over the 3-foot fence, and so he spends about 30 seconds very ungainlily,
Tentatively.
well, with looking. It's a bit sort of hot fuzzy in the way he gets in the way he gets over that fence. It's very much a case of after several seconds of like trying to get up and climb over the fence just gives in and falls over. And he then goes and he lands quite heavily on his guts. So he goes, oh no! And then he dives into that particular shitter, and the door slams shut. And now there's two voices going, oh no, this is really bad. Oh God, what have you done? How have I displeased you? I don't know what I've eaten, but holy fuck. The next to emerge is the half orc, but she's just holding her guts and she's going, oh. But she actually gives a quick look around because she's
Smart.
Out the front or out the back she's going?
she's going out the back. But she is
Everyone's going out the back.
she is slightly smarter than the rest of them, which isn't saying much, but she's slightly smarter than the other guys that you've seen so far. And so she's a bit like, well, this is suspicious because he shit himself to death. I think I'm about to drop several kids off the pool. This is, clearly, I don't think we've got, she's beginning to suspect foul play, perhaps, rather than just, this, this was unwashed lettuce or whatever, but, in their sandwiches. So she unfortunately does have to go over to number 19, and she does enter the black pudding shitatorium.
I assume it hasn't been cleared out yet.
Yeah, and you see her open the door and go, oh, but then she's going like, and like,
Power through.
yeah, she powers through. Unlike the other two, she doesn't seem to be making lots of complaints, but because you are closer to the shitter, you can hear her dropping her gut.
Back over to sight range and just go now.
Okay.
Just there's 3 out. Let's go.
So Yandar is giving you the signal.
Yep.
There's 3 out. That's good
I
enough.
assume we go kind of like this way, or are we going through the front door?
Ardagunda says, lead on,
I
Mezami.
was kind of thinking go down back, come around here, so we don't have to go past either of those two shitters.
But we still have to go past that one, so we have to go past either way.
But that is further
And
from.
we normally know there's a guard by the back door.
Yeah, the back door has been closed because the guard is still there.
Yeah.
but you know that knocking on the front door at this point probably isn't going to do anything because the person guarding the front door is
so we
currently
could
in the
try and
shitter.
Make our way. We can
But there is a guard at the back door
Unless
that he's.
you can.
Yeah. The front door.
In
If
the
it's
front door.
if it's bolted, which is what it looks like they've been doing, there's now what you can do is.
Windows.
Let's just go to the back door.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because he is aware that there has been a disturbance to the routine, the halfling is now moving around upstairs. He has gone. He is up early.
Oh, I need nat 20 as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. So, unfortunately, he and the Dragonborn aren't leaving the house.
Yeah, I'm thinking we come down the side of 16, along the side of 17, and go for the door there.
Or just like knock and say it's Canute.
Yeah, one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Who has the best Scottish accent?
I
I don't speak Dwarvish.
I can speak an amazing dwarven accent.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm not there. I can't hear this.
Let's go.
I will join them by that tree.
Cool. Yeah. So we're
That
going
tree.
down here, up here, and round here.
Okay, so yeah, you approach discreetly. When you get to the back door, all three of those who are occupado are still occupado.
Oh,
Ooh.
before we get there though, are you going to try and be as sneaky as possible? Or if we all are, I don't know.
I mean, we're all going.
Yeah, well, we're all.
You have not specified this, so you were just going to walk up the back door.
Okay. I'm not sure we need to be super sneaky, but we can do if you want to.
I'll make you invisible.
I'm not sure that's actually going to help.
No, I could do.
Well, there's
I mean, I'll get one advantage attack against the Dragonborn, but I think that's possibly better.
If you
with
want it,
him.
so there's 2 left
it's
in
there
there.
if you need it.
3 are shitting. I thought let's just fucking go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of just for.
Let's just get in. Cluso
Yeah.
can do a Scottish accent.
Or if
Can do a dwarvish accent.
You can Scottish now.
or you can do a surprise
Monsieur
round on
Baletan,
saying that
do
you're
you-
Axel.
Mes amis.
What?
Oh, we're
Oh,
friends
we're
now
friends.
I don't know who the Cluso is, but I've heard he's a fucking retard.
then.
I mean, idiot.
Anyways,
Special case.
So, you guys get up to the back door,
Yep.
and your employer gives you
Yeah.
turns to you all, gives you all a wink, and gives you all a. Are you all?
I
ready to draw your weapons?
get my
longbow and,
I get my
knife.
shield and I get my mace.
Longbow, mace,
Short sword, rapier.
short sword, and rapier. You
ready and
get
Eldritch
taking your
Blast.
ball out your ass.
Yeah, no, I've got the orb. It's not on my arse.
It was in his sack.
You put it on your ass.
I was joking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
It was
ready.
canon.
I'll ready
Ball,
an
cock.
Eldritch Blast to fire at the.
Pretty sure I'm joking, but it's all fucking happened.
what's
That's the
his name?
problem.
Is it the Dragon Ball?
I've got
We know
one
it's
pig to deal
Yeah,
with.
it's Dragon Ball.
It's the Dragon Ball at the top. Yeah, so I'll ready an Eldritch Blast to fire at the Dragon Ball.
Okay. So, the gnome knocks the door.
Yeah.
Gnome knocks the door and goes. Where's the
I'm
code?
just waiting for it to be
Let me in.
A French, Scottish accent.
Let me in. It is I, Knut.
And we're all like.
and then he takes 3 steps back and kind of goes.
And I just go and take his place.
Oh, it's kind of like looks down at the dwarf.
And so the door opens and the Dragonborn's there with a short sword in his hand, going what?
As he
Oh,
opens,
what,
I,
the big
barge, I
Goliath?
try and
Okay,
barge
everyone
in.
roll initiative.
Balls.
Did you just? Wow.
No, but it's pretty bad.
Mate, you should have seen his.
Anything above 20.
How many bands do we need to drop down here?
20 to 15.
19.
19.
What was yours? Yeah, just skip the next one,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, just skip the next one.
Wow, guys.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hask is next. Okay.
You've done what's his name as well, right? French guy.
He's not fighting.
Oh, he's not. He's not.
He's
fighting.
not. He's not
He's
fighting.
a non-combatant.
He's an investigator.
Could be
he
bad.
needed you guys as muscle. That's why he hired you. Also, he's not. If he might get stabbed. He doesn't like the whole. He doesn't like pain. Doesn't
That's
do
fair.
well with that. That it's not a comment about French and fighting. I'm not. It's not. Because he's Belgian. Not because I don't like French people. I don't know. I should stop digging that hole.
Yeah.
So 10 to 5.
9.
7.
0.
Oh God! Wow.
Wow.
I didn't think it was that bad.
So
You go
9,
flat last.
Look, this is why I didn't want to be in fucking leather armor, okay?
9 is Lenny, right?
Yeah.
Lenny.
Man,
Lenny.
Oh, punk.
Yandar,
just a Goliath.
and
stand.
then Zunig. Okay, so Zunig, I'm gonna because it's kind of a surprise thing. I'm gonna give you the barge.
Okay.
So make the. Are you shoving him?
Yeah, I'm going to try and shove him out the way so others can enter.
Right. So it's like it's a contested.
Wait,
strength
Will I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
blast off as well because
Hmm?
that was readied?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll let that happen.
So, you're first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh,
The
damn.
Eldritch blast that I had ready.
That's 18.
That's
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm rolling really well.
Well, the
I
Eldritch
don't
blast
understand.
shot would have been 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a D10s. Ooh,
He's wearing leather armor, dude.
I've not
He's
rolled
got
these in
nothing.
a while.
How many did you need?
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is 8 damage.
Nice.
8.
8 blasty damage, whatever it does. It does.
Cool. He looks pretty messed up.
Does it do force damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eldritch blast? Okay.
So that was the surprise round. So Ki Yang, it's you again.
Woo!
Cantrip.
He looks badly hurt.
It does
Force
look badly
damage.
hurt. Oh god, there's all sorts of stuff here to do.
Just something that does like 10 damage.
That's what I'm looking stuff.
Or 4.
Let's
Yeah,
do.
Something that does more a d6 or above, basically.
That's fine. I will cast frostbite at him.
Yeah,
so
that would do.
That's a save,
he
right?
needs to make a con saving throw.
6?
no, it's not that bad. He fails that. It's cool. So he takes 1d6.
Yeah, it
cold
is
damage.
cool.
Oh yeah. Max damage 6.
Okay, so the red dragonborn freezes complete solid in place, and as Zunig, you continue to push him, he topples over and shatters on the floor.
Oh, no! Oh, fuck!
Don't worry, don't
Let's
worry.
just leave him. In we go.
I'll get brewed.
You guys start moving in, but you do hear voices from the shitters going, "What the fuck's going on?"
Get in and bolt the door.
But unfortunately,
They can't.
the two nearest to you have heard, but they can't do anything about it because they're currently shitting their brains out. And fortunately, she was so far away that she has heard, and you've seen the door open, but she's trousers down. She's like, "Ugh," and it's going to take her several rounds to get to you, especially because probably the old man's used up all his toilet paper. Or something. Yeah, that's the thing now. So the 4 of you charge in. You're in
Whoever's
the
last,
kitchen.
close the door.
I'm barring the door.
Oh.
Okay, you bar the door.
Is it still like? No, they wouldn't do much. But hey, it'd be funny. Is it still like wet outside?
Well, yeah, it's been really heavily raining.
Cool.
That's what the noise.
So just
sounded
before
like.
just before we close the door, I'll be the last one. I wanna use shape water to freeze a little bit by the door.
Oh, yeah.
It lasts. It unfreezes in an hour's time.
Okay, so there's
is
now
a frozen bit.
there's now an amusingly trick patch of ice,
Yeah,
black ice
by the
outside.
door.
outside the
Home
back door.
Alone, go!
Just make it more
Fucking
I mean,
difficult.
Team
I-
Macaulay
I
Culkin.
mean, I mean,
Oh my god, yes!
can I cast heat metal on the doorknob? You know,
It really is Home Alone! Fucking hell!
It's a level 2 spell, isn't it?
yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Well,
mine
I'd
is
like
So,
to
so-
see
what,
it.
I'm
Sure, go for
gonna
it.
put some
Mine's a
string up, put a knife and like tripwire.
Heat metal's not a cantrip. Heat metal's fucking.
No,
weak.
no,
Yeah.
mine's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Your one, yeah, fine.
Oh,
His one,
yeah.
it's a fucking
Oh,
idiot.
fucking hell.
Oh, it's a 5 foot cube. There we go.
So in the kitchen, there are 3 doors here. One.
We saw them. Where did we see them
Yeah,
come out of when they came? Like when they came with the bucket.
They came out of that door.
Okay.
Did you go through that door?
Yeah.
Cool. You now enter into a large downstairs room, and there are stairs going down towards a basement.
Ooh.
And you can hear and smell that literally shit is happening down there.
Yeah, I head down.
Yeah. Is there another door going out of this room?
Yes.
Is there a chair in this room?
I like where your head's at. Yes, sure.
Are we gonna try and approach somewhat quietly?
He's shitting his guts out. He's not going to hear us.
I'm hoping it's the
we
wolf
made a
outside.
bit of a noise already. Like, you might
Yeah,
have heard
fair.
the smack.
All right.
Just be clear, you guys are discussing this in the room.
Yeah.
Well, like, quietly,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Do you guys want to re-roll initiative, or should we keep it as is? I mean, I'm
yeah,
guessing
keep
I'm
it.
guessing the consensus vote is re-roll it because 3 of you are terrible.
Not fast.
Meh.
Yeah,
Whatever.
let's re-roll.
Okay.
Okay.
That was better by 2.
It's better.
Okay, anything above 20. Not looking your ways on it. 2015.
18.
Oh, someone went up a band.
18
Yeah, I went
and-
down.
Someone went
damn
up
you
2
guys.
bands.
Well, yeah, you were always going to go down in
I
much
know.
more likelihood, but getting them up is
I
the
know,
more important
yeah, I
thing.
know.
10, 11, no 10. Yeah, 10.
I got 13.
Well, I haven't called band yet. Wait for the call to band. I've got to write down the thing. It's not you next. It's him. Okay. 15 to 10. 13. For. Well, that's still pretty good.
Yep.
Yang. Because that's your name.
Yes.
10 to 10 to 10.
10 to 10.
10 to 10 to 10.
9.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
I mean, you're still last. Doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. I'm clericking properly.
I mean, you could actually quite easily have beaten me considering how poorly that dice was rolled for initiative.
Okay, so Yandar, you're the first one to react. You're aware that in the door that is still open behind you from the kitchen, a diminutive figure has appeared in that doorway, and he has seen you gone, and he has swung his loot around, and he is preparing to unleash some epic guitar.
I will hunter's mark him,
Hunter's mark him. He's marked by the hunter rings.
and then I'll shoot him with my longbow.
Sure, shoot away. Roman attack roll.
11?
11.
11.
Look how similar they are.
11. He's able to duck out the way of your arrow. He sees it coming, unfortunately. Any other business?
I can't do
Hunter's
anything
mark was your
else.
bonus, wasn't it? So that's
Yeah.
your bonus in your action. Are you moving anywhere?
I will move to the furthest corner of the room,
Okay.
away from him.
Yeah, you're falling back. Voice twist. So it's my turn. I'm gonna cast friends. No.
Oh fuck.
Friends.
Fucking bard!
He's going to cast a spell.
None of us have got counter spell.
Yep.
Yeah, because I made you level 4.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
You bastard!
So,
You killed Benny! You bastard!
I need Ki-Yang, Leonard, and Zunnig to make Constitution saving throws.
You should be good at these.
Should.
Should be.
Oh, sweet. Hopefully not.
Fuck me.
Max damage. Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
No, 1 off.
Oh. Good. Good.
Wait, overall?
Well, I got a 17.
17. That is a pass.
Yay!
8.
That is a fail.
Oh, you fluked. 20.
That is a pass. Okay, so half of that is so you two take 11.
Aying.
Yeah, they good.
I think it's 11, so that's
Go for
16.
4 damage first.
Yeah, 23.
Ouch.
Rip a Rooney.
Yeah.
As the
We take 23 damage.
you take 23 damage.
I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance
Uh-huh.
as a reaction to reduce it by 1d12 plus my con.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Some
Excellent.
Goliath stuff. Nice.
So I reduced that by 11.
Oh,
11.
so you take 12.
That's pretty. That pin doesn't work. That's pretty good. Okay.
That's pretty good use.
So a hugely loud noise as he thrashes his guitar. The reverberation of the strings shatters into you, and you guys take the damage as the sonic wave explodes through you. And you're pretty sure everyone heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to finish his turn by running away.
Where?
Brave Sir Robin.
He's
Back through the door.
heading further into the house.
Where we've just come from.
No, he's heading out one of the other doors in the kitchen. He's heading out so you
thought we
there,
So
there-
no. There
were three doors in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
We've gone through one. I
guys
barred the
went
other
through one.
door in our room, so he's gone back through the kitchen and through another one.
he never came into the room you were in. He just stood in the
Oh,
kitchen
yeah,
doorway because you left the door open
Yeah.
momentarily, and he then he's run back further into the house. You assume maybe towards the stairs that go up to the first floor. You assume he's like, I hit him.
Book!
Fucking get the little bastard!
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Ki Yang,
Um,
a halfling just made you explode with guitar noise.
he ran out the door.
Your face hurts.
He did a looty loot.
How far did he get though? Like,
You don't know. You
full-
can't
I
see
don't know.
him.
About 25 feet, I assume.
But
Hmm.
probably about 25 feet.
Um,
Oh no, because he moved. to start with.
Possibly 30. We're not 100% sure. But you're only about like 15 foot into the room you're in.
Okay.
You're in a house. It's not huge.
You'll require sight.
This is why you take dissonant whispers.
Yeah, but I
I'm
can't
gonna
get
melt your
that.
brain. I'm gonna melt your brain. I don't have to see you.
This
It
is
was
why
funny
have
because
fun
I was so
tomorrow.
thinking about taking Mind Spike.
Mine.
Because
Spike.
if it goes onto them, you know exactly where they are. I was like, oh.
Great spell.
Speaking of 10 to 10 to 10, it's 10 past 10, Sam. Go on.
Yes.
Turn.
Yeah, I'll try and
Turn.
follow him. To
Okay.
where he went.
So you step into the kitchen and you can see him in the corridor. He's just about to mount the stairs going up to the first floor.
Then I'm going to fire a guiding bolt at him.
Awesome. You see him see you, and his face is one of, oh shit.
Right.
He doesn't seem happy with this. They're chasing me now. Oh dear, I got it wrong. This is not good.
That was a crit, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Or was it not?
No. Was it with shit tons of damage?
I'm sure it landed on the beer keg. Okay.
No. It was actually no. No one near him.
I thought it was the same too.
4d6, Sam.
18. Does it hit?
18.
It wasn't
Yes.
a hit. It's 5d6.
Ooh.
Because
Roll it.
Warlock has to
Because
cast it at
Warlock
their
has-
level, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to cast it at Warlock level. Yeah.
10. What's that?
7, 9,
15,
19.
19 radiant damage. It's just like.
Fuck yeah.
It's from my orb, just like.
19.
Yes.
Alright, 15 because I'm gonna do. Cool. Yeah. The guiding bolt smashes into him. He's now glowing, and he is just for fun. The guiding bolt hits him in the torso, and as the pain racks through him, you see him go oh, and he seems to be on the verge of about to shit himself as the pain doubles him over. Will the shit be glowing? We just don't know. Stay tuned.
I've hit him. He's in pain.
So you move your 15 feet. Are you chasing? Are you actually chasing after him, or are you just sort of staying in the doorway in the kitchen? You're staying in the
that
kitchen.
It'd be movement and then action, wouldn't it? So I wouldn't be able to do anything with that.
You've still got more movement.
No. You can
Oh,
break
I
your
just-
movement up around your action.
Because you only use 15 of your 30.
Yeah.
So it's why you can do like pop out attacks. You can move, shoot, and then duck back in.
Yeah.
It's how rogues stay in cover and stuff.
Yeah, I'll get closer.
Sure. So you're pursuing the halfling rather than going downstairs to the objective. Just
Yeah.
making sure. Fine. Okay. Lenny.
If I'm
Leonard.
rid of him.
He said, "Follow the small. Go get the small one." So I'm going downstairs.
Ooh, cool, Yandar, you're in charge apparently. Who knew? Yandar's the boss. I like it. So, Leonard,
he did the opposite to what he said though.
No, he didn't.
The child is the small one.
You go running into the kitchen. Fuck me. You go running into the kitchen. You can see now a halfling who's slowly doubling over and he's glowing. And he
No,
looks.
I'm going
he's
off to the
going
kids.
downstairs.
Oh, you're going downstairs. All right, sorry.
I'm following the objective.
You run downstairs, and you can see.
There's gonna be a fucking wolf, isn't there?
Yes, in this I have to roll that initiative.
Fuck!
I know what I'm doing. I'm a good DM. 11. Down there is a wolf who is looking at his master concernedly as his master is squatting over a bucket and shitting his brains out, while crying in the corner, sitting in a pile of his own feces at this point, is a small blonde child. The half elf reacts with a "Get him!" and the sitting in the bucket, he draws a scimitar and a short sword whilst sitting on a bucket. But the wolf, having been ordered, turns to you.
Yeah. Oh god.
You have enough movement to reach the bucket or the wolf.
Or back up the
I
stairs.
go back up the stairs.
You go back upstairs. Okay, fine. You go back upstairs into the front room. Do you tell them what you've seen down there? Okay, no.
Hear that?
Lenny ran down the stairs, ran back upstairs. So Sonny.
I go downstairs.
Okay. You see the previously described scene.
What's the half elf wearing?
He's wearing half a suit of leather armor because his
Leather
trousers
armor,
are
okay.
down his ankles. Well, I think it's studded leather.
Shoot him in the knee.
Yeah. I'm going to. Can I get to Benny?
Not quite.
Okay.
Because he has been chained into the far corner.
I will start moving towards him.
Okay.
And then
the wolf is following you and tracking you and is about to attack you.
I'll use my action to dodge, and I'll use my bonus action to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Interesting.
A good choice. At this time, your gnome friend comes in, or he was sort of hiding in one of the kitchen cupboards, and he now goes, "Oh, have you found the boy?" And he comes out and he starts moving. He starts heading towards the stairs going down.
It's gonna get you by a fucking wolf.
So Yandar, it's your turn.
I'm going to run downstairs.
Excellent.
I see the scene in front of me.
Yep, shit everywhere.
Move the hunter's mark to the wolf and shoot it.
Excellent. Roll me that attack.
Shit's hit the wall instead.
14, 7, 21.
Yeah, hit.
D8. Plus D6.
Yeah,
Plus
D8.
dex.
Yeah.
8, 6.
I definitely didn't play a ranger for a while. Damn!
12 and 3 is 15.
Nice.
Holy fuck. Your arrow nails that wolf to the ground. That wolf is dead.
Damn.
Hunted.
It does seem, however, to the half elf turns and goes, "Oh, mutt," and he seems to become
And then shits his fucking guts out.
while he's pooing on a bucket. He is very angry that you killed his dog.
Is it wrong that Rocket Man's going through my head?
Yes. Most things at this point are wrong.
The halfling in the corridor, still being stared down by Ki Yang, clutches at his guts, doesn't go upstairs, continues down the corridor, and dives through the window.
Yeah,
knocking curtains out, knocking curtains out of the way,
dodge.
shattering the glass, and you hear him land in the street, and then you hear him go, "No, I'm not going to make it," and then you just hear, as in the middle of the street, having dived out a window, he just started shitting himself uncontrollably.
Plan went well.
Yeah.
If only that was a reaction, just because funny. I can be like, I can clean that for you.
But with one hit, you did like half damage to him. You're just like, no, I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. Literally. So, Kiyang, it's your turn again.
Prestidigitation? No. Well, that took care of that. Huh. Didn't know I was that threatening. I will walk to where everyone else has gone.
Okay. As you do start walking, you hear a whoop, and the back door vibrates as the half orc slips on the ice and cannons into the back door.
I remembered about that. Yeah, totally.
Home Alone is in full effect.
Amazing.
Pink metal.
Oh, this is where I just go. I need some water. Put it by the inside of the door and freeze that.
Is that what you're doing on your turn?
I don't know if I could do all of that. Although it'd be fucking hilarious.
It would be.
Could I do that?
Sure, you're in the kitchen.
Could I
There's
find a bit of bucket of water?
definitely like a tap that you can like pump and you can get some
I want
water
to
out.
then do the
Freeze
same
the
on
beer.
the inside and freeze that bit.
Okay, yeah,
Water.
you freeze the water on the inside the door. I mean, the door's bolted,
Yeah, no.
but you freeze the water on the inside the door, and then you just sit there with some popcorn, just wait, just wait.
You cast popcorn as bonus action.
No,
Yeah.
I will just in case she. I know because she was the half orc, right?
Yeah.
She looked pretty tough, so she might bash it down. So I will make my
Well,
way to the
she's
rest of
tough
the room.
enough that she just ate a full sandwich of Pooh Boy Pete's special, and she clenched hard enough that she got up and just started running at the house.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the top of the basement stairs. Like, everything good down there?
A certain smell assails your nostrils as you reach up the stairs.
Yeah.
My beat special in full effect.
I knew this was going to be silly. I didn't really get it. Yeah, anyway, yeah, this is good fun.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Cool. Leonard.
Oh god. Well, seeing as they've all gone down there, I'm going to follow again.
You head back downstairs.
Yeah. My bravery recovered after the dog shot. He doesn't want to eat me.
Yeah, the wolf is very dead. Like that arrow is sticking out the floor of this basement. Like, and then the wolf is just like so the wolf's been nailed to the ground with an arrow.
I'm gonna try kick the half elf off the bucket.
Oh, like a shove attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to say make me an attack roll because you're trying to kick him. Yeah.
You might get covered in shit.
What modifier?
Who, me?
Strength.
You're proficient in kicking. Yeah, your normal attack modifier for a kick.
So that's
Special strength,
18.
isn't it?
18.
You
That
kick-
hits.
Ooh.
You kick in the bucket.
No, no, I don't want to be covered
So
in shit.
so you hit him, and because of his current squat position, he does now fall over and go prone.
Awesome.
No.
Does that count as one of my attacks? Oh,
Yeah,
actually, I do
sure.
have multi-attack?
No.
No.
You're a
Then-
rouge.
Yes, that's true. Then that's my turn.
Bonus action?
Hide.
Hide in front of him.
Smear yourself
Pick the bucket
into
up.
Put the bucket on him.
Everyone knows that in games. You put a bucket over someone's head, they can't see you.
Action.
My rogue hides.
You can't see me.
Peekaboo!
Yeah, Skyrim, just crouch like, aha!
Yeah, so that's my
Skill
turn.
level 100.
All those babies are like, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
I can't see him. I have no object permanence. So unfortunately, it is the half elf's turn. He gets back to his feet, shit running down the inside of his legs, and he attacks you with his scimitar and his dagger. It's not a short sword; it's a dagger. Sorry, got that wrong.
This is gonna hurt.
Well, it's me rolling. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Okay.
You had disadvantage though, so.
No, you stood up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stood up.
Oh, I just thought from the poison.
No.
When has
Okay.
that happened in all the other ones?
Yeah.
Poison.
It's the
Today.
effect of being poisoned,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not a good DM. I don't know rules.
That's why I thought you were rolling 2 dice.
Does 11 hit you?
No.
Okay,
Ooh.
but I'm guessing that 22 and 25 do.
No.
Yeah, just
Stop.
Is it goodbye time for our rogue sorcerer?
Don't think
No.
so.
So the crit from the dagger does 8 piercing, and the scimitar does a massive 4 slashing.
Yay! I'm alive!
Yeah, you have no hit points though.
How much?
I'm on 7 hit points.
Oh boy.
All good.
But you've got one guy left,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and a possible half orc if she can work out to get in the house.
And
we've
doesn't
got this
go
trap.
flying
We've got this trap ready.
downstairs.
There's also a dwarf and a human
Shit.
that might turn up. Like
Yeah, in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zunnig.
I'm gonna move over to Benny.
Okay.
You right, Benny? And I'm a lesser restoration. And if I can, as part of the action, like.
You have to rip the chains out of the wall.
Oh, he's in chains.
Yeah.
Heat metal.
Otherwise he'd run away.
No.
Can you like heat some of it and then just?
No.
This will hurt, Benny.
Cast heat metal on him.
Not the bits that are on him. Like I'm so presuming like it doesn't heat all.
Well, in
of
that
it.
case, I can't.
Google conduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I've just
You-
used my
you
action
did
for
science.
that, so
Yes.
yeah, I haven't got anything for a
GCSE
bonus action
science.
then, so I'll have to wait till next turn to break chains.
Okay, but yeah, Benny is calmed now that he's stopped vigorously shitting himself.
We're here to get you out.
And you appear to be friendly. Yes.
He knows who I am, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
He's in a bit of a state.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's going to recognise someone who visits that house once every so often. Do you know what I mean? What's the name? It's like you've played together. He doesn't know you that well. A certain French somebody comes down the stairs, kind of appears around and goes, "Whoa," and then starts sort of scampering, and then avoiding the half elf, starts scuttling over to you and Benny. So that brings us back to the top of the round, and Yanda.
Is Nessus wounded at all?
Only his pride.
No.
I would just shoot him. No, move the hunter's mark over, then shoot him.
Very well. Far away.
Oh,
That
no,
one.
you
Natty one.
That one.
He shoots Cluso.
You move Hunter's Mark across. You draw your bow to full extension, and you're feeling pretty good about this. You've just killed a wolf with one shot. You're feeling pretty good, and then because he kicked the bucket over, suddenly a waft hits you in the face, and you're like, oh! And and just reflexively you release the arrow, and that wolf's really dead now. I mean, slightly to the left, it might hit Benny, but never mind. Moving on.
At least the fucker's dead.
So
He's
Ki
not going
Yang.
to try and eat my testicles.
I'll come down the stairs.
Okay, so
See the state that there's. What
there's quite a lot of poo down here.
Yeah.
It's
in
a shit dungeon.
It's in a right shit state.
Yeah, it is, man. So we've got them guy just shitting himself.
You've accidentally created a new cesspit.
So I could do poison spray, make it more smelly. Nah,
We should put some pigs in here to clean it all up.
Yeah, they would.
It's very clean.
And fire an Eldritch Blast at the half elf.
Okay, far away.
That probably doesn't hit, I don't think. With a 12? No, 11.
11. No.
I don't know if
He ducks out of the way.
Oh, that's too bad.
Do you go before him?
And then can I actually get to
Then
Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get to Leonard.
Then I will use my. Can I use my bonus action to use healing light on him?
Sure.
Which, I will use. Let's do 2d6 of healing.
that will help.
Okay, 4. Does it add anything?
Nope.
It doesn't, does it? It's just
No.
straight dice.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's still more than I was on.
At least you're on 11.
Yeah.
Back again.
There we go. And that's me done.
We just increased the current total by 50% more, actually, more than 50%.
Oh, it's watery. What? Water.
Yeah, if we're just sitting in diarrhea.
Okay, so From behind you guys upstairs, you do hear a window being smashed.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be her.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a slip. Quite funny.
Unfortunately, it is now the half elf's turn. How do you spell your name? Zanig. That's the one.
Oh, you can see them. You'd have to touch them. Okay, cool. Well, we're doing it from range.
So Nessus is going to continue his assault on you because you're between him and the people trying to interfere with his business opportunity. So he's going to unleash 3 more attacks at you. 2 with the scimitar. That's cocked. That's a miss. And then a dagger. 13.
Damn. Yes.
Okay, so the dagger catches you.
That can't do that.
So the dagger hits you for 7 piercing.
Oof.
You would have been down.
I would have been in the shit.
Unfortunately, the scimitar hits you for 10.
Bollocks!
slashing.
I am in the shit.
Ouch.
And you fall unconscious and you fall over, but it's a soft landing. Unfortunately, it's a soft landing.
Honestly, I did not.
You wouldn't know.
It's not unusual.
You're an urchin.
I mean, also that's probably infected. But yeah, that's we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Con
Zanik.
save.
Yeah, we both have lesser restoration.
Zanik,
Um,
are you ripping the chains out, or are you shooting a healing word? Are you?
I would turn to Nessus and cast heat metal on his scimitar.
Okay. He just drops it.
Yeah, what happens? You take damage.
Yeah, so it's 2d8 fire.
Even if he drops it, just reflects it. Rules query.
Well, it says if a creature's holding it, they have to do a con save or drop it.
Oh.
Yes, he dropped it.
Okay, well,
Whereas if it was, if he was actually
I've disarmed him
wearing
then.
Well, yeah, but he's got a rapier right there. Now you can just pick a rapier up instead. But yeah, so his scimitar he dropped it.
Okay, and then I guess
But
there's
yes,
sanctuary. I will cast I can't do that because I've just cast a spell. Cool. I'll just stand there.
Okay. And Monsieur Paletan, still twizzling his moustache but looking nervously over at Nessus, runs over to Benny, shouts, "You've got him, mes amis! Fucking have him!" And then he casts a spell. And he opens a dimension door and he steals Benny away through the dimension door, and they both disappear and they're gone.
Oh.
Little shitbag.
Yeah.
We
I knew
better
it.
get paid.
No, I knew he was the bad guy.
Because, I need to keep you broke till next week so you can take another shitty job. Anyway, moving on. Yanda, you've recovered from the smell.
And Nessus still isn't injured, so I'll shoot him again.
That is true, yes.
Oh.
No, you won't.
11.
Nope.
No, unfortunately not.
God, these rolls are not in our favour.
You are aware of movement behind you, and now at top of the stairs is a rather pissed off half orc. She appears to have just cut a hole in her trousers, so she's just walking along shitting herself. But she is holding her longsword in 2 hands, and she looks extremely vexed.
And what's her armor?
Solid leather.
Okay.
I will run to the other side of the room, opposite to where the stairs are.
Okay, you're now standing in Benny's shit.
It will do.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Cool. Kiyang.
God, scary woman, scary guy. Yeah, I'll move further away. To
Yeah,
the rest-
pincer movement.
Yeah, to the rest of the team. And
We're conscious. Only 3 are conscious.
Well, we've got our support.
Yeah.
Unleash the fury, Kiyang. Unleash the fury of your
the
elemental
orb of
powers.
water.
Blow him up.
Cast washing machine.
Make sure you have Calgon.
Cast spin cycle.
Let's cast. Oh, I might as well do it.
Death touch.
Um,
That'll do.
Yeah, do it.
Guiding bolt
Yeah, that'll help.
Cool.
at half elf.
Sweet. Shoot.
Hey.
Natural 20.
So that's 10d6.
Okay.
Yeah, roll it.
Oh, okay, you got that.
Because rolling 10d6 is fun more than anything else.
What? Yeah, that's cool. Jesus Christ.
I'm looking forward to Sam's about to go.
One
10
more.
damage. 10 damage.
Fuck me.
So you got.
We got a 10.
Yeah, you got.
2 5s.
We got another 10. That's 20. Then we
Two
got
threes and a
3,
four.
6.
No, 2 3s and
What are you
So
doing?
Yeah,
6,
that's
10
30.
there.
That is.
35.
That's 30. Yeah. 35 radiant damage.
It slams into him.
Mm-hmm.
He is staggered back. He's now glowing, so you get a next attack disadvantage. He seems really badly hurt, but he's knocked down. But I mean, yeah, shot.
Nice.
Wait,
Timing.
no, 20, 35 damage. Great, yeah, damn.
Yeah. Guiding bolt, eh?
Guiding bolts at me.
So.
That's
Yeah.
that's movement and spell. Any bonus?
Yeah, I'll. You two are looking fine, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
I've been here once.
I will then. Yeah, I'll use the remaining 3 of my healing light and cast it onto Lenny.
Cool.
6, 7, 8, 9.
It's something.
It is.
That's good timing, Lenny. It's your turn. You can stand the fuck back up.
Stand up. Oh! Stab.
Advantage.
Why 2 at once?
Ooh.
Why not one?
Because it's advantage.
Yeah, but you can roll one at a time.
Doesn't matter. So that's an 18 plus numbers, which is going to hit him for that. So it's advantage, so sneak attack,
Yep.
2.
which is 2 at this point, and it's a rapier, which is a D8. So, oh,
Was that
fucking
Rolling like Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks.
1, 2.
So that's 6 plus.
I rolled like 4 natural 20s.
You did.
Yeah.
Like,
You've
like-
taken all of it tonight.
yeah, like what the fuck?
So,
You're
Because
not
you're a DM at the
You're-
moment.
you're
You're
a
not
DM.
actually no way.
so 8
No,
damage.
It's just Tuesday. Huh?
8 damage.
Actually, I might need those back.
Sure. So that's he's taken 43.
God damn it.
8 damage.
Cool. He's still up.
Balls.
God damn it.
So because he's had to drop his scimitar, he draws in the dagger, and he's gonna. He thinks Lenny's pretty close to going down, so he's just gonna try and stab Lenny the once. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. 4.
I'm alive!
So even though he's like, so he 11 misses.
Yay!
So he has to and then he misses again.
Lucky
they're
Lenny.
back. Oh, they're back. Okay.
You can only borrow the power for so long, Rob.
I think the problem is that because he's got daggers, he's got to get in closer, and you're now covered in shit. You're just like,
And
oh,
I
Chris,
don't
just
care.
can't, I just can't. So Zanik. So the boy's been rescued.
Yeah. Heat metal on the great sword.
Longsword.
Longsword.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Falkworm.
She
Who
drops
is
it. She drops it, and you hear her curse in Orcish.
Does it fall down the stairs?
Yes.
Hey. She's like, fuck.
But now the scimitar is not heated.
Okay. Yeah, he can't really see it. It's under quite a lot of shit.
Do you mind holding that? Oh no.
Oh, so the shit is now burning because it's like smells like burnt shit. And the stairs are wooden.
Barbecue.
So and the stairs are wooden, and there's now a white hot metal sword in the stairs. Just
I think it's red hot.
red hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Slightly
stairs
smouldering.
are just slightly charring. They're just like charring. Yanda, the leader.
Apparently.
Yeah. Object glows red hot.
I'll shoot the half elf again, or attempt to.
Third time's the
Do
charm.
it.
Yeah, that's
11, 7, 18.
Fuck yes.
Right, so what? That's
He goes to
a
parry,
D8,
and then Rob
D6.
remembers that he can only parry melee
D-
attacks, so he does nothing.
D8,
D8, D6, and another D8 because of wound to prey.
Oh, you went that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Closest slow.
Yeah, that always goes.
Oh,
6,
yeah.
12, 19.
19. Plus numbers.
It's like
Plus 3.
So 21.
22.
22. I can maths.
How do you want to do this?
no, it's
Because of the smell, he's gagging, so I'll just shoot him straight through the mouth. So it severs his spinal cord at the back.
Nice. Nice.
And so, with his mouth open as he gags from the smell of Lenny, who he's trying to stab once again into unconsciousness and death, the arrow goes straight through his mouth, pops out the back of his neck, and Nessus just drops into his own giant pile of feces from the spilled bucket. The half-orc looks down into the room. She has no weapon. The kid is gone, and Nessus is dead, and the halfling has left, and the other two, the Dragon Ball's dead until shitting their brains out. She just puts her hands up and just backs out.
Nope. She casts nope, and it's super.
Do you guys want to pursue her?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
So the combat is over. You guys have 1 for a given value of 1.
Yeah.
What would you like to do now?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Are you covering shit and hugging him? You're now completely clean.
I'm just like, oh god.
I'm gonna go to the Erator's house. See where this twat is. I want my money.
I'm gonna come with you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
right.
search him first.
Actually, yeah.
Of course you would.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why we're not very good at this.
Yeah, we
You killed like an entire tribe of goblins, just forgot to search.
we
Exactly.
went to look, yeah, we forget to look people. Let's
Actually,
write that
I'm
finally
gonna-
That's a
quick.
good idea. We should remember that every time.
Let's write it down.
Dead.
I'm going to
away.
skin the
Loot
wolf.
the corpses.
Okay, sure. Roll me a.
What was this?
Is roll with survival,
Yes.
or you just skin it.
Yeah, survival check.
Survival to see how fast you do it.
Or like
17.
Yeah, you skin that thing fairly quickly. Yeah, you now have a wolf pelt.
Ooh.
Sound.
I mean, it does need a bit of curing and whatever, but you've
Is
got.
it clean?
and,
At
and,
least.
and deshittify.
Mate, man, I can clean it straight for you now.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yeah.
you've
I've
got-
got silly, but Barry
yeah,
Scott over here.
you've got a D-shit machine.
Yeah.
Can you do that to my boats?
You're standing in
Sure.
shit.
As long as you just like to hear it sound of a click.
I mean, once we're
I
outside.
mean, if you want to make good money, Pooh Boy Pete is looking for like a.
No,
I've got to clean
yeah,
it.
we got it. We got it.
Perpetual work.
Yeah.
Well, that's session 2 planned. Cool. Who killed Pooh Boy Pete? The mystery continues.
No, Pooh Boy.
Turns out he shot his brains out.
Yeah, that
lynched
was
by
probably.
the players for killing an NPC that just made up on the spot. So you search the half elf. He's got a scimitar. He's got 3 daggers. He's got a gold bracelet worth 6 gold. He has a bag of garlic toffee.
Nice.
He has a purse with 28 gold in it. And over in the corner, he has a violin in a case. So it's in a case, so it's not actually like full of shit. So the case is covered in shit, but I assume you just.
Yep. Click it away.
So that violin is going to be worth
Money.
whatever violins are worth. I'll look up
50, I'm gonna
violins.
say.
A number.
I'm also going to retrieve the arrows as I can.
Yes, certainly. They're now more effective because they're covered in shit.
Well,
Biological warfare.
poisonous. Well, there you go. Enjoy that infection.
Enjoy feces.
Musical instrument.
It's not a Stratovarius, so.
Oh no. Well, viol's the closest thing, isn't it? Ooh, 30 gold.
Ooh.
Violin's worth 30 gold if it's the right buy.
Cool. Awesome.
The Shattered Dragonborn, who I assume you also search,
Fragments of.
yields a purse of 5 gold. Do you want to demand that the 2 in the back garden shitting their brains out hand over their gold?
No,
No.
we'll leave them be.
You leave them to their
Shit.
yes to their
I mean, I will.
to their poisoned evacuation.
Actually, the one with the human, I'm gonna topple it.
Oh.
Athletics
That's so
check.
mean.
Also, the door's facing down.
15.
Oh, that's even more mean.
That's so mean.
You tip it over. You hear a thump and oh God! Make a con save because you have just uncovered a giant hole in the ground full of shit.
13.
You manage not to just immediately add vomit into that pile of poo, and content that the human is now shitting into a box that the shit can't escape from, while lying on his side, therefore covering himself and all of his belongings in said shit. You quite happily walk away.
Yeah, I'll just be like, and think of a new line of work.
That you are aware that the other privy, the door kind of cracks open, the dwarf looks out and goes.
You too.
And the dwarf goes, oh shit. As you guys make your way back to number 12, maybe to pick up some of your things, maybe you've left some stuff there, I don't know. You are aware that there is no evidence of the half orc or the halfling. They both appear to have left, although they would both be relatively easy to follow because you can see where they've gone because there's a
Trail of shit.
So
The shit
the
gang.
the halfling seems to be walking down the road, stopping every sort of 20 feet or so, and just leaving a small pile of halfling. Whereas the half orc, she appears to just be running, and she is leaving more of a smear.
Oh. So is the
I'm
telescope?
getting way too into the poo
Yeah.
descriptions.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about this.
Is the telescope still in number 12?
Yes.
Okay, but
In the back.
Arda Gundis is not.
No, he is not.
Okay, but
And
I
Benny is
will.
not.
I will start making my way to.
Do you
No,
do anything with the telescope?
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, looting. We got taking
You
things.
have a telescope.
Taking
Let's
things.
look
Right.
Looking
number
glass
12
is like
then. What-
150
yeah.
gold.
Holy fuck.
They're really, really expensive.
Yeah, they are. No, they're 1,500
Oh, something.
for an eyeglass.
Really?
Yeah, they're ridiculously
Or
priced.
1,000, something like that. But maybe this is a dodgy one. So
I mean, it's a short range.
I thought I'd give
What
that
looking
one.
glass?
yeah, looking glass.
Under where?
God,
Oh,
I
it's-
don't know.
I can't.
Oh, spyglass.
That's the
Whoa.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big number.
It's not one of those.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
it
a
is.
spyglass. Yeah.
Oh right.
Ooh, how much is that?
1,000.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Ooh. To the right buyer. But you guys have contacts in the city, so you can find the right buyer.
Yeah.
You can do that. Cool. So you guys are heading for the Aretos. The Aretos estate.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get there in half the time because I know.
Okay, so you guys walk up to the noble gate, and the guards, the elite lion guard who guard the noble gate, who protect the noble ward from unwanted visitors, look at the four of you, and do not open the gate and say, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Get out of the way. I'm going home. I just flash the signet ring.
Oh, you can go through.
These are coming around. I'm inviting them.
You know that's not how it works.
It's today. Take it up with my father.
He'll just tell me, "Why didn't I stop you at the gate?"
No, it won't.
Persuasion check.
14.
Oh, I rolled a 14 too.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
changes. So they win,
We can meet
You know where to find us.
Yeah, we'll meet you tomorrow.
Alright. You suck. No, just
Rules are rules. I don't make them. And they open the door and they let you through.
Yeah.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
I will go with Lenny
We have some items to sell.
while he sells the items, so
Okay.
I know how much we get.
So you want to go to the market district for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you getting to the market district? You going by the Grand Bridge, or you going by the Bridge of the Dead, and then the Great Span?
Grand Bridge.
Grand Bridge. Cool. So that's Bridge 7. The Grand Bridge.
Whichever one we will actually get across.
Oh, you can get no.
No, we can get across all of them.
Oh.
We just can't get across 25.
Yeah, the Noble Bridge. The Noble Bridge is guarded on the Isle of Gods.
Yeah, 7 seems like a good one. Grand.
Okay, so you go across Grand Bridge. Cool, and you head to the market and you sell those things. Just cross your arms off, add the gold on.
Cool.
You guys now have party funds. Hooray!
Yay.
Zenik, you
buy
race
armor.
to the Aratos house. Yes.
You're right. Is Benny home?
How did you know that the young masters? I mean, I shall see. He goes to close the door. Do you do anything?
No, just wait.
No, you close the door in your face. There is a certain amount of time passes, and then the door opens, and standing in front of you is Benny and Lord Aratos himself. And Benny points at you and goes, "Yes, he's one of the ones who helped that odd little gnome."
Oh, he got you back all right then. I thought I'd check. He disappeared with you.
Oh, I see. He did not say he had help. Please take this. Take this as a token of my appreciation. And he hands you a bag containing gold.
Oh, you sure?
You saved my son.
Oh, well. Yeah. How old is Benny?
He's about 11.
I'll go like, watch yourself. No, like just.
Oh, give him one of those rubs on the head.
Okay, Benny kind of goes, but Benny flinches out of instinct.
Yeah.
And as you turn and walk
Big
off,
Goliath hands.
Lord Aratos says, say hello to your father. I look forward to stronger ties between our two houses in the future.
Yeah, will do.
That's the most common noble ever. I love it. So good.
As you leave, radiating sincerity and the ability to give a damn, which you don't. You obviously you head back and you all meet up in that place where you're all staying and reconvening.
Pegasus.
No, that's where we met.
Well, I mean, you can pick a tavern like a haunt if you want that could be like your local that you know.
The
Pooh Boy Pete's. No.
Temple of Reorx.
I've got to change them out and put Pooh Boy Pizza in.
Yes, you do.
Meat,
Fish kettle?
Pooh Boy
No.
Pizza is just the outhouse of this.
There's one at the market district called the Copper Coin Tavern.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Number 11.
So you reconvene at the Copper Coin, and you realise that you have been given a bag containing 200 gold. It's not as much as you would have been paid, but you would have got 100, but he gave you 200 because he was being generous, helping you. But he did not know that you had to. So splitting it amongst yourselves is less, but you did.
On the way
you
to
did
the
get his spyglass. So
on the way to the Copper Coin Tavern, I will go via the
temple.
the cook place.
The fish
Oh,
kettle
place?
inn.
The fish kettle inn.
Number 39.
Yeah, Fish
Yeah.
Kettle Tavern.
And
Okay,
pay the
yeah.
remaining 20.
And I'll walk in and be like, is the chef around?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Oh, can I talk to him?
I'll get him for you.
Oh, cheers.
Rudy, or whatever I called him.
Yeah, something like that.
Rudiger, or whatever.
Rugal.
Rugal, that's it. Like frugal, but not an F. Doesn't give an F.
He did.
You come back. Did it work?
It did, yeah. Did the little moustache guy pop by?
No.
Oh, all right then. Well, no.
Give me 20 gold.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If you ever need anyone, need a special meal again, just let me know. I'll see what I can do for you.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Excellent.
Cha-ching.
See you later.
Contact added.
Rudy, get back in the kitchen. All right, I'm going. Lunch rush, what can you do? Just making it real for you, just making it real.
Oh, before you go, is there any left?
You want to eat the powder?
No, just, if there's any left, I'd like
No, I
it
put
back.
it all in.
Great. You washed your hands, right?
Oh, no.
The best roll.
See ya.
I told him twice to wash his hands.
It's D&D.
Yeah,
No
I
one
know.
washes anything. If you want something clean, just get a wizard to come in and go, boom.
Yeah. And he knows paint.
So yeah, I go back to the copper.
There's no janitors in D&D. There's just a wizard walking around going, fuck it now.
Hey, really rich though.
I was taught for 10 years at the academy and this is my
What I do.
fucking
This is what I get paid for.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
You alright?
Hello.
If you fail out a Hogwarts, just go around going, I'm the shit cleaner.
Uh,
I'm just clean the shit.
We got 180 gold.
Well, we got, how much was it, Len?
1,094.
Alright.
Wow.
Well, I guess we'll split it evenly.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Spend it.
Is that more than you've ever seen?
I'll gamble it on dice, probably.
That's 1,274 gold total.
Yep. Cool. So about 320 each.
Ish,
Minus 6 from someone.
Sure.
Work it out in the group chat.
Yeah, we'll work that one.
Yeah.
So, we'll leave it there then.
We're not 4.
Excellent. Well done, guys. Successful rescue of a child. And successful creation of a whole new subset of NPCs for me to invent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this literally shit-filled episode. And tune in next week. I won't be doing a French accent, if that's any enticement to you at all.
But
Goodbye.
Pooh Boy Pete might be back.
Pooh Boy Pete may well make a return in episodes 2
We
and
have to
3.
make sure of it.
We're not sure yet. I have to review the adventures. But yes.
I know a reason why I might not be here next week.
You didn't
You
wash
had
your hands
some
either.
My character gets grounded for speaking badly to the guard.